Yo, what's good, everybody, and welcome back to the TheStankCast, episode 9, hosted by myself, Ham Stank, and Craig Cowie. Now, on today's episode, we have a debutant on the pod. His name is Dale Henderson. Dale is a long-term friend of me and Cowie, all the way back to high school. He's also a member of TheCrew, which means he'll be one of the other 7 people that'll be jumping on whenever they're free to have a chat. In this episode, however, we talk about Dale becoming a father, and what effect that's had on him. Eventually, that leads us into talking about some of the differences between men and women in a relationship, which we all know can get a bit spicy. We then get off the serious topics and end up talking about movies, and obviously, we talk about my personal favourite, The Walking Dead, and what you would end up doing if you were in the apocalypse. However, unfortunately, we do have a little bit of audio issues while recording this episode, so if you do notice any cuts, that's all it'll be. I will get better at recognising that. As always, we really enjoyed recording this pod. It was a really good laugh, and it was good to catch up with Dale again. So we hope you enjoy it, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
It's the exaggerated involvement the UK's had in the Ukraine that's pushed me towards wanting independence. Like, I don't feel like we want to have anything to do with that. I don't understand why we were
our heating bills are the highest in the world, but yeah, we
Did
can
you know
fire over £1.1 million pound worth of bombs.
My heating bill costs twice as much per month as it used to cost me every 3 months now.
Yeah,
It's twice as much per month as it used to cost me every 3. And my electricity bill is like over doubled. It's fucking savage.
It's stupid.
It's savage.
It's ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah, it's wild.
I was in the chippy the other day and the guy was ranting about it and all. Like,
It's
ranting to me. I'm sitting there like, just give my chips, mate.
There was a guy in Perthshire who had 4. There was a guy in Perthshire who had 4 butcher's shops, and they had to close them all.
Aye, because it's probably costing about $4,000 a day to run the fridges.
You can't do it.
That's savage, you know.
What for?
It's mad, man. All these businesses are going to shut, and they're trying to blame it on the big supermarkets and that. They've been around for ages, and businesses were surviving. Butchers were surviving because people could afford to go and spend that little extra on the finer product. They can't do it now because you're bleeding everybody dry. So they're having to go to all these supermarkets and get this.
But you think they're not even that cheap anymore? Supermarkets
No, they're not.
Mental.
But they're a lot cheaper than the butcher.
They're
and
a lot
stuff
cheaper.
like that.
But they're still
People choose that as the option.
Farm
foods and that are booming.
Like, you give
Iceland, too.
Yeah, they're all booming.
You see, Iceland were given credit.
Have like a value range and stuff. But that's pretty decent. They do that, but it's crazy that the fact that
had to do it now.
they've having to do that. Like, there's like, and it's not even that just people that are usually like quite poor are having to go. Like, just everyone's having to like go through using stuff like that, and the fact that they have to set that aside in this day and age.
You know what really?
Considering we're supposed to be like a first world country and all that.
You know what really fucks me off? Deals when you're in the shop. They fuck me off.
Mean?
You're right at the till and you have to buy 3
No, the deals, right? See, when you're walking through the aisles and you see a 6-pack of Fanta is $2.50, it's on special. I fucking hate that.
Why?
Because they can afford to sell it at £2.50 all the
fucking
time.
Yes,
and they don't. Right, so they're just bleeding you dry. It just shows you how much they could actually afford to sell it to you and still make a decent profit. But instead, they bump up the price by nearly £1.50.
Well, that's the difference between like Home Bargains and Asda. See the Lucozade Alert drink?
Yeah.
£3 for 1 tin out of Asda.
That's fucking £3.
Mate, £3. You go into Home Bargains, and someone at my work told me it was 4 for £2.
Wow.
No, 2 for £2. I'm having shite.
2 for £2.
2 for £2 or 1 for 3. But Asda can obviously afford that because they own Walmart and shit in the US. So
yeah, it's mental, man.
How
It's
can
crazy.
they
Price hikes wild.
It's just greed.
Yeah, it's great.
Just
That's why
greed.
deals really wind me up, because I know they can afford to sell all this stuff way, way, way cheaper.
Yeah, like when you get buy one
100%
get one
cheaper.
free, you're like, why is that not just half the price all the time?
Or
then?
the club card
Yeah.
stuff. Or the club card stuff.
Yeah.
Like if I have this piece of plastic and I'm in your club card in your club, I get things cheaper. Just fucking sell it to everybody cheaper, man.
Yeah, we have a Tesco club card for that exact reason.
So do
because,
I.
like,
Yeah, I know.
You get a stupid amount off your shopping.
That's because if you
sometimes
didn't have your
It's
club
stupid
card, you
amount.
get fucked on Mr. Kipling cakes.
What?
Mate, have you seen the French fancies in
Yeah,
Tesco?
they're
They're like
absolutely
£3.25.
But to
Pink
have all
ones
these
only.
stuff, right,
£3.25.
you've got to have to take advantage of that. You've got to have the Morrison's one, the Tesco's one, the Asda's one. You know, you've got to have them all. You end up
subscribing to their
ridiculous.
bullshit.
We do, to be fair. We've just got them
So
all.
do
no,
we?
but you do. You end up having them all. You need them all though, because you can't go shopping and be spending extra money for no reason now.
You
Yeah,
get
you need
10%
them all.
off.
It's a good way. It's just a nice control measure. You know what I mean? Like get involved in the
Of
club.
course
You know what I
it
mean? You save money and then you got the voucher, so you're going to come back here and save even more money. It's just
Exactly.
it's a good marketing strategy. It works evidently.
Well,
Works really
that's
well.
what I said.
Yeah, but that's how I'm saying they've got everybody by the bollocks.
Yes, yeah,
man.
they do,
They've
but
got
there's
everybody
nothing
by
you
the
can do
bollocks.
about it. Is the problem in the times we're living in now? You can't do anything about that.
We can become independent, rejoin the EU.
What you think
And
that
start
we'll
up
become
trade
independent
again.
and Tesco will be like, oh god damn it, we can't be in
Nah,
Scotland
man, I'm
anymore.
not saying I'm not saying that, but
Do you know-
that's the start of it. I think that's the start of building forward.
Do you know the Scotland
Yeah.
tax is higher than England tax
Yeah,
by a lot?
But
yeah.
like, see for example,
Let's
in
for
the
getting
NHS,
stuff
the
to us.
Scottish NHS wage is higher than the NHS, the English one.
And plus, we get free prescriptions.
Yeah.
To be honest, see if you go to a doctor and go, I need paracetamol. If I was a doctor, I'd tell you, get the fuck out.
Yeah, like 17 pence.
Go to
you can buy
Tesco
them for.
or go Home Bargains and buy it for 11 pence.
Yeah,
Or
but
19
there's different standards of paracetamol as well, though.
No, there's not.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
it
there
costs
is.
the
There's
NHS
like-
something like
There
15
isn't.
quid to
There's
prescribe some
strength and stuff
paracetamol.
like- Yeah, I know it
No,
does.
there isn't stress.
Like-
It's always 500 milligrams per tablet.
Yeah, he is
That
right.
is it.
No, but there's
That's
also
the
like
base.
different types of paracetamol you can get that do a little bit extra that are
It
prescribed
doesn't.
to you.
You get
Nah, no, you
paracetamol
don't. You
plus,
just get
which has got
paracetamol.
caffeine and paracetamol. or
See if you
paracetamol.
check the back
That's
of the packet, the numbers on the back
PL
of the packet,
codes.
they're this, the PL codes are the
What?
same
So
on
every
all
time
of
they
them.
dish out
Yep.
a prescription,
It is
15
effectively
quid.
the
Why?
exact same thing as Morrison's own fucking
Exactly the same.
paracetamol.
Apart from
Because
you get a box of 100.
Because
and not
you've
a
got
box
to
of
think
20.
time and hours. The chemist's time that works in the hospital to have put it out, the person's time to have spoken to you for how long
That's
to speak to you, to
ridiculous,
then
man.
prescribe it. By the time they do all that, it costs
Honestly.
way more than going and buying an 11 pence packet and just being like, I've got a sore head, I'll fucking pop a couple of these and I'll be fine in 2 hours.
Well, you've got
Just drink some water.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, keep yourself hydrated. Don't be a dickhead. Yeah,
I do
you'll be
that. It
alright.
actually worked.
Yeah, so yeah,
Yeah.
if you
Well,
want-
Actually worked.
It actually worked. It did.
As if you're
It
not
did.
mostly water. Oh.
It did.
no shit, man.
Instead of buying Monster one day, I bought a litre of water, filled up twice at work, man.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
paracetamol
Have you
needed.
done it since?
Yeah, man. If you're
No, because I'm drinking Monster now. It tastes better.
I don't need to feel good.
I want
I got-
caffeine.
I want caffeine.
Water doesn't have caffeine in it. It just doesn't.
It just doesn't. Put that in a fucking quote. Water doesn't have caffeine in it. It just
doesn't.
doesn't.
Well,
a fucking revolution, that one. Fucking hell. Oh dear.
They'll write it in the scriptures.
but no, the PL codes are the same because I
Yeah.
bought
Right, fair.
The drinks.
Maybe I'm wrong then.
was it Lemsip and the Copay, and I actually looked at the back of it because I seen it on TikTok.
Mhm.
Don't know how long ago. And the PL codes were exactly the same. Lemsip ones was 650. I think the Copay one was 225.
The what code?
PL.
The
Google it.
PL code.
You'll see it's written. It's the product code for the actual.
Comes off the same line.
The product code for that actual pill.
Right.
Like the product code for that pill that's been produced is pill.
Oh, the
PL.
PL, the product line.
So,
Okay, I see.
like,
Yeah, yeah.
when they put it in the packet, they still have to say what the product line of
Where
that
it came
specific
from.
pill is. So,
Yeah, yeah,
even
yeah.
whether you get Nurofen or whether you get Tesco's own ibuprofen, the PL code's the same because it's the exact
they
same
can track.
tablet. They're just
Yeah.
sold
In
by
a
different companies.
box.
They just put
But
it in a
a
different
Martin
box and
Lewis
charge
done
you 3
something like
times the price for it.
That's madness.
It's wild, eh? They do it with a
I'm-
lot of stuff.
I'm sure Martin
But it's because
Lewis
if you
done it
look,
this
they're pretty
morning.
much all owned by the same people anyway. The companies that own the
Big
company
pharma.
that owns Nurofen, it's the same people that own Tesco anyway. So it's just a big
Aye.
fucking cycle
We're
of
all
having
fucked.
money. Yeah, you know
Might
what
as
I
well
mean.
just pay the stupid prices, be poor and love it. Just
It's
like the bank
ridiculous,
said.
man. Let's move on to something a little bit happier, though.
Yes.
I don't know what else, though.
Yes, and I'm feeling a bit miserable now.
It'll be about
Sad.
Still living. Well, what have you been doing, though?
fuck all.
What
Apart
have you
from
been
building a cabin in my garden, that's about it.
Oh, you're building yourself a wee hut outside.
Yeah, aye. I'm getting panted.
Is it party shed, beer shed, or game shed, or all three?
All both. All both. All three.
both? Eh?
All both.
Yeah,
Mate,
that'll
come-
be fucking alright. You're gonna
Whatever.
please get a hanging disco ball.
If you want.
Yeah, that'll be a belter.
For about 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you get called queer and you're like, oh, that was so bad. And then, what? Well, somebody will say it. Somebody will say
Well,
that.
you've got disco balls, so you're queer.
Somebody
what?
Somebody will.
It's a little bit gay.
Yeah,
it's a
there,
little
there
bit
you
gay.
go. See, he told you.
It's a little bit
Listen,
gay.
Somebody be like, yeah, right, good.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's just a little bit gay.
Nothing
little bit
wrong
gay,
with being a
bruv.
wee bit gay.
It's a little bit gay, bruv.
Yeah. But turn it off, please. It's fucking annoying
Yeah,
the shit out of me.
give me an epileptic fit.
It's dim and nothing. Turn it off. Take it outside.
Have you built any like anything outside? Because you've got a wee man. How old's she now?
It'll be 3 in August. I can't count months, so 2 months.
That doesn't matter. Three's fine.
No, 2. We'll go with 2. He's still 2.
Right, okay. 2 and a bit.
2 and a bit. 2 and a half in this bit.
2-ish.
2 and 9 months.
What?
It's 3 in August, you said.
Yeah, did you count that?
Well, it's the 5th now, August is the 8th month, so yeah.
Yeah, man, there you go. 2 and 9.
2 and 9, but and you're having a second one as well.
Yep, in
And
July.
July.
That's 2 months, Steve.
Yeah, well
There
done.
goes my
Quick maths.
Aha!
Proud of you. Do you think there's going to be... First of all, actually, I've never asked you this question, but how do you think having your wee man changed you? How much do you think it actually affected you, like, made you grow up?
I don't know. I don't think I grew up as such. I think it...
Evidently, to be fair.
No, I haven't. I don't think I have. I just think I've always been me. I don't think I know how to be a
Has it
mature
changed you at
person.
all?
It's not changed me, it's changed how I look at certain things. I mean, you think stuff's horrible. Like, it sounds retarded. Well, it doesn't, but... See, when you scroll past things on TikTok, I could be sitting in work and it'll be like a video of a poor kid got leukemia or something. It was like a family story behind it. And I'm just, I don't know, sitting there.
Imagining it's your
Yeah,
wee
well,
man.
Like pure
I am.
heartbroken.
It's just horrible. You're like that. Do you know what? People believe in utter nonsense. And they're like, well, if you believe in so-and-so God or whatever, help this little thing. This little thing's done absolutely nothing. I'm not blasting people who believe in God and whatnot, but it just puts it in perspective for me. Like, how can a 3-month-old who's he can't even see properly yet have cancer? And the nasty, horrible diseases bairns have. And it actually gets to me. I'm sitting at work nearly greeting, and I need to keep swiping.
So you think like becoming a dad's just made you be able to be like
a bit more
way more empathetic towards other people's situations
definitely.
and how
I
hard
would
it can be for other people in that sort of a world.
Because I haven't experienced what they are, but I've also experienced what they have had if their child has passed or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I experienced the happy bit, but I don't know how they're feeling. But I try and, like say Cowie said, empathise. But I can't do it, so
I think when you don't have kids,
emotional and just
it's a different kind of love when you have a kid. So when you don't have a kid, it's probably like hard to like really empathise with what it must feel like when something bad happens to them. Like I can imagine how bad it must feel when something bad happens to a loved one, but like a kid, as you say, is a different
it's
kind
totally,
of love. So
they are the
I can
pinnacle
imagine it makes
of
you way
innocence.
more
like literally they have done zero to anybody. Nothing.
Yeah.
But I
So
just,
you have had...
yeah, you're right. They're just
They've done nothing.
pure. They're
you couldn't.
an orb of pure innocence.
Yeah,
I don't think it's changed.
Clean slate, so to speak. Like they have,
I don't think it's changed me as a person because I'm still a bit of a tit.
Still grumpy old Dale.
Yeah, true. But
Probably does
Nah,
soften
it
you up
does-
and make you
it
care
does-
more for other people's situations. Because Josh was like that too.
yeah,
Like Josh became a bit like more caring towards other people's scenarios. Not that he's not always been, but just even more so. You know what I mean? He was just a bit more like that when he had a
Josh
kid.
is
Like
quite
he
a
just
caring
got a bit.
chap, aye.
He just got a bit like a bit softer. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just a sort of bit soft heart, a bit more
Well, you can
soft
tell
hearted when
with
he had a
what he's
kid. You
now
know what I
taking
mean?
up and doing,
Yeah,
going out and cleaning up the
exactly,
forest
yeah.
and stuff
So-
like that. He cares more.
I feel like it's
Have you
having a
ever
kid
thought-
that did that to him.
Yeah, it could have been.
I haven't actually thought
Have you ever
about that
thought
in great
about that
depth.
before? No, like
Not in depth. I've noticed
you
that
never.
I do get a wee bit emotional watching the certain things or hearing about certain scenarios or to do with kids, but
Have you thought about any changes that might have on you? Because one's difficult, but two's a whole different ballgame.
yeah, apparently two's
And the second one's
pretty
always
savage.
the nightmare.
Well, you got one of them's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah.
Like, how's the first one been?
Well, Rory's been alright. Do you know what? He has his 2-year-old moments where you're like, you're really testing my fucking patience, boy. Like, today, we're out in Smith's.
Yeah.
Stand here, please. Right. No. I want the trolley. Okay, fine, take the trolley. Pisses off in 180s and disappears. I'm like, Rory, I'm giving you chances here. I can't keep chasing you. I'm trying to look at what I'm buying. Your mum's like 30 weeks pregnant. I have to do the running. And he's
Your
pissed.
kid don't know consequences though. He doesn't know what he's doing, man.
Pissed off down the aisle. Come here, right? No, up. I don't want to come up. I'm like, well, you stand next to me.
Yeah. Get a lead.
3 seconds later, we do.
Nah, bro.
Oh,
You're
I know
laughing,
exactly
but
what you
get
mean,
lost.
but it's still funny.
Yeah,
I know
it's funny.
exactly
Get-
what you mean, but
get
it's
a
still
harness.
funny.
They had one for me, man. I was
Yeah,
a
I got
runner.
one.
I was
Oh,
a
I was a
fuck,
runner.
she's a
I was a
runner,
track
she's a
star.
But honestly, Rory, man, he's like, yeah. You want to stand here? Yep.
Absolutely
And
off.
honestly, he just 180 beelines and fucks off. I'm like, it literally took
But that's
me
pretty standard, though.
took me 40 minutes in Tesco, and I bought 4 things. 4 things. And
See,
you
these
see
are the things you don't
No,
think about
no,
as
you
a
don't,
single.
right?
man,
like,
nah. And you see the self-service.
Uh-huh.
You know, it was weighted when you're doing your stuff.
And he's
Eh,
touching it and
He's
jumping on
touching
it.
it.
and
It's going on the red light. The women's coming over. Blah blah blah.
Oh no, man.
I can
I-
fully
mate,
imagine.
Mate, I'm standing there. I'm like, just get me the fuck out of this shop. I want to go. Do you know what? It sounds one of those cliche things where you just, Rory, please, just give Dad a minute. I'm trying to pay for this, and you're pushing on the thing, and it's saying it off, and the woman comes over, and then you get the old snidey arse, and you've not paid for your stuff. I was like, I know I haven't paid for my stuff. I'm trying to get my wallet
My
out my
child's trying to
card.
run away.
I try to get my card in my wallet without my child pushing on the thingy to get you over here because it's going red without him running away and beelining it and trying to put stuff in the bag. I know I've not paid for it. Do you know what our parting shot was? Don't forget your receipt.
Fuck
Mate.
off.
I don't care about the receipt at this point. You can keep your bastard and bit of paper. I'm going home. I've done a fucking 10-hour day. No.
That poor shop assistant got it, man.
No, she was being snidey. She was winding me up. She knew exactly what situation I was in. And she was annoying me on purpose with her condescending comments.
I seen
Just the way she said it, it was just like, you know what you're saying, but you're saying it really nice.
I had that happen to me actually.
Uh-huh.
We'll go back to having a kid, right? Your second kid.
Sometimes it's quite stressful, but most of the time, it's a fucking hoot. He's funny as fuck.
We'll go back to your having a kid, but I had one of those moments where somebody spoke to me like that recently when I was dealing with pay from work, and I felt like that person was speaking to me like a child on the phone,
No, I can't do
and I
that.
lost it, man. I
Okay.
What,
absolutely
it's been
lost
like condescendingly nice, like
no, not
Just
nice
what you
at
mean,
all.
being
oh, being proper rude.
Proper rude and talking to me like I was a child, and I
Oh,
literally screamed down the phone, "Don't fucking talk to me like a kid."
Don't fucking talk to me like a kid.
She was like, "Stop
Scream in
acting
your
like one."
face.
Then I was like, I lost it, man. I had to send an
savage.
apology afterwards, but I lost it on the phone. It was bad.
They make
And
out
so I
that
do
you're always in the
understand.
wrong as well.
I do understand because I've met this woman as well, and she's never like that. She never spoke to me like that.
so it was
She's
your
so
fault
lovely.
So it was you.
So it was your
It's all
fault.
you.
What do you mean? They didn't
So
pay me.
chances are you're being right. Like,
They didn't pay
oh,
me.
was it because of that?
And
Okay, in that case,
yeah,
then it's
there's
their fault.
loads of stuff. On different dates, I was meant to get the money, and there was like 3 different. Never happened. So I was losing my mind because I built loads of stuff. I lost it. Yeah, it was probably on me, but she wasn't helping the situation. You know what I mean? She was doing exactly what
She was just
doing to
gaslighting
you.
the shit out of you.
Yeah, and she wasn't being helpful, and she wasn't trying to get my money.
Mm-hmm.
So I was losing my mind. I felt like nobody was getting me my money.
Yeah.
Which I need my money.
Give me my money, bitch.
So I know how that feels when somebody's doing that to you.
She just kept. Twice she was over. Don't touch the till when you're thingy. And I'm like, I'm not. It's my 2-year-old. I can't put this in the bag, and he's touching it. I know it's him. Well, it's not going to register if you don't. What was it?
You
It's
should
not
put
going to
him in
register if you keep putting your hands on putting more weight on the scales. I'm like, I know this.
You should just put him in a rear naked choke.
It's like, Rory, I'm getting in trouble for stuff that you're doing.
Sleep. I'm busy.
Just
I'm
leave for
pretty-
20 seconds. Let me get this done.
I'm pretty sure I'd be leaving the shop in the back of a polo.
Yeah,
shirt.
without your child
Without
anyway.
my child and a record.
That's
and
why
up
I've
in
not got a
court.
child.
No, I'm not doing that.
I seen somebody on a podcast said that children, like especially young children, are just like tiny little terrorists, and it's your job as a parent to craft them into. It's your job as a parent to craft them into civil people. He says,
You
especially
pay your
2-year-olds.
taxes.
He says 2-year-olds are the most aggressive things in the world, the most aggressive beings in the world. He's like, they just want to break shit, run away, eat everything, and just not do as they're told. Like that's all their game MO is. He was
Well,
like, you've got to craft them into nice people.
I got,
luck.
I got a text from Sam yesterday when I was at work with a photo of her destroyed MAC lipstick in bits. I'll even show you the photo. In bits. Drawn on the wall and the carpet.
Oh no.
But it doesn't come out. Oh,
It doesn't come out?
No, it doesn't come out.
Yeah, I bet.
It doesn't come out. And it was all over his little sheep toy.
Is he at least good at drawing?
He's not. He's drew something on the wall that resembles a penis.
I wonder where he gets that from.
Touche. Well, he stole the necklace, drew on the carpet, and then drew on the wall. And snapped the lipstick clean off.
That's rough.
So there you go.
I don't think I ever did
And
that.
the wall down the stairs is now yellow. And the bathroom door. And the penis as you enter my home. It's on the wall. Right in front of you.
I
Well,
need to get on your
it's not
Why
obviously meant to
something
be a
yellow?
penis.
You said
'Cause
something's yellow. What's that from?
It was a yellow crayon being just
Oh,
randomly dragged
rough.
from the top of his tiptoes right down to his arse.
Mental.
Nah, that's rough.
Mental.
Mate, honestly.
That's rough.
I'm just, you try. Look, listen to it. I've got another one. He had a white bit of chalk. No, it wasn't. It was a yellow crayon because it's the same one that went down the bathroom door on the wall. I literally ran up the stairs to go and get. Start off with he scuffed the couch. I told him not to do it. Blah blah blah. All that stuff. Right, everyone was cool. I was literally up the stairs for about 15 seconds. I came back, and bearing in mind our sofa at this point was about a month and a half old.
Nice.
Yeah. One cushion was completely yellow
Oh,
when I came
no.
back down the stairs. And we were late for swimming.
Who was swimming?
Him.
Oh.
So I was like, brilliant. I was
You
like,
get-
what
look,
did
I
I
didn't
tell-
get
I
swim so
literally went up the stairs to grab his floaty vest because I forgot it with his swimming stuff. I was up the stairs, open the cupboard, take it, come
Well,
back
there
down.
you
I
go.
don't know how fast that he must have just went absolutely
Well, there
tits
you
with his
go.
crayon.
It's all on you. You went upstairs. You forgot it. It's your fault.
Exactly.
You
can't blame the
that
kid.
You,
I
you
can blame the
left
kid.
your child alone for a
Yeah.
short period of time.
What, I literally ran up the stairs and my 2-year-old was down the stairs. Everybody does it.
You were
tell me.
upstairs long.
No, I was not.
You were upstairs long enough for him to deface the whole couch.
Yeah, in about 15 seconds flat.
This is getting awful, Madeline McCanny here.
It's still in the house. It's not. It's still in the house. He's not disappeared. The fact he's at my mum and dad's, he's not in my house. He's at
Oh, so he's safe as far as you know.
When was the last time you checked up on him, Dale?
when I left him before I went to cinema.
Nah, I like the story. What were we seeing in cinema?
Evil Dead Rise.
Never heard of
You never heard of it?
it. No.
Pretty good.
I've not been to the cinema in a long
It's
time.
a total parody
Is it a
slash
zombie
horror
movie or
slash
something?
gore fucking.
Sounds awful zombie movie-ish.
Nah, it's more possessed by dead of evil spirits and
Not
Dead
really
of
into
evil
that kind of
spirits.
stuff.
she just mutilates her whole family really.
Oh,
Well,
And then they all
Oh,
turn
excellent.
into-
that's a nice thing to watch after
Yeah.
you just told us how nice it is being a dad.
Well, I just wanted to go see it. I forgot all what the first one was about. It's,
Oh, is it
it's
the
more
sec-
of a
is it-
comical
is it a
joke,
number two?
really.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
oh, okay.
it's more of
I've
like a
definitely
joke.
never seen whatever it is.
It's really gory,
No, I've
but
never
it's
heard
done
of it
in the
either.
most retarded of ways.
I know exactly the kind of movies that you're on about. Like it's like a
It's-
parody of an actual movie.
Yeah, there's just too
There's-
much blood.
There's one
just
like
over
year one.
exaggerations.
Year one. Have you seen that movie?
No.
That's
Year
a
One?
It's a parody movie.
Year one. That's
Yeah,
with
it's
Jack
like a-
Black.
Yeah,
the
it's like
caveman era.
it's like it
I've
takes the
seen
piss
that.
out of like different movies, but it's just like a jumbo parody movie. It's funny. Well, they're not funny, but they're that kind of stuff that the patter's so shit, but that makes it funny.
I'm sitting here trying to remember what we were talking about before
We fucking segued.
I went to the cinema. Yeah.
What about children?
Yeah, we were on about his kids.
Yeah, I know, but what part about it? I can't remember.
On the second one, it's going to be mental hard.
Oh,
Was
is
the
it?
first-
Well, we're actually on about how much you
Well,
think
no.
it was going to change you, and if you think now that you're going to have a second one, do you know what I mean? Do you think that's going to be? Is that you know what I mean?
Nah, I, think
I
I
just
just
get
get more
up-
of your time, innit?
Yeah, exactly. That's all it does.
Yeah.
Just get up and do. My weeks roll into months. Quite fucking literally.
Yeah.
Literally. I forget. But it's fucking May.
Yeah, this year's going.
It is
It's
wild,
just,
eh?
mate, you go home, you tend to do whatever you need to do, put them in bed, yada yada. By the time he goes to bed, it's like, I'm going to bed in an hour anyway.
Have you had any time to do your airsoft?
I've not played that since January.
Damn.
Children.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it
that's
wasn't.
what it
Well, children, yeah.
That's not, to be honest,
It's
right?
not
That's not as
children's
long
fault.
as I thought. I thought it would have been longer than 4
Mm.
months.
No, mate,
How often did you used to play?
Like every second weekend.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I did, and I didn't. Like when Rory was born, it slowed down a bit.
Of course, yeah.
But
It's just it happens, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you
Not
obviously
much you
gonna
can do
happen,
about
man.
that. Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
just
you
not
just
just having
constantly-
to be there, but wanting to be there as well.
well, that was.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Like,
Because I've seen you've been going on these walks and that with him, no?
yeah, you go wander with him. I've went to E.T. Wage and that with him. I took him up when I had this
Something
other
like
job.
that, something so simple like that.
Mate, he loves it.
Mhm.
I think that would be amazing.
It doesn't cost you shit.
That's honestly for me. That's something that I look forward to the most is being able to take my son or daughter on a walk, just in the first thing in the morning, 6:30.
Cost you nothing.
Yeah, and just walking and just talking to your kids as you walk them.
Well,
See that long street down there at the back of Arbroath goes past the Condor and that.
it's like the back roads.
Yeah, by
That's what
the
Vigilance.
shop up there. Yeah,
Mm.
just walking up that street first thing in the morning would be lovely, don't you think? Fields on the side and that. I think it would be class.
No,
That's one of the things I look forward to. To being a dad. Simple things like that. That's the stuff I like.
See that? Aye.
I can't even remember if I got that as a.
I want to take my child to the gym. That's what I want to do.
Start rolling me in.
I want my kid to
One
be
year
Jeff.
I just want my kid to be like a jiu-jitsu kid.
Just a motherfucking beast.
Yeah.
Well, you want your kid to be healthy, and putting them into stuff like that is a really
No.
good thing to do.
I want to live my unmanaged dreams through them. That's what I want to
Start
do.
screaming at them for the sidelines, man. As a failed
You must
parent.
win because I never did.
Aye.
Show me I'm not a failure.
Start fighting.
Show me what I
You'll
could
be
have been.
fucking- You'll be the parents that start fighting with the other parents.
I'll be like the thingy,
Well,
like
we
the,
talked about that before.
I'll be like the Tyson Fury's dad, like the him of jiu-jitsu. Like my child will be amazing. I'll just shout at him a lot.
Oh, Big John.
Is that
Fury.
that
Yeah, Big John
boy?
Fury. That's what.
Aye.
Yeah.
Big Gypsy John.
I thought that was his brother.
Well, no, man. He's got
Oh no,
loads of
Tommy's his brother.
Tommy's his brother.
Tommy's his
He's
brother,
got-
which is
what the
almost as
fuck is-
wild as
aye.
John being his.
I thought
as
that was
Tom
his-
saying
no,
his
that's-
dad.
Well, they've
I thought
got
it was his
different
son.
mums. They've just got different mums.
Like John the Shag.
Oh, do they actually?
Yeah.
Oh.
Huey's got Huey.
Who the fuck's
Fury.
Huey?
Is Fury's the middle brother. He's a better boxer than Tommy.
What?
Not as good as boxer as Tyson.
How old is he? Like, I didn't even realize there was a third one.
Yeah, there is.
Why is Tommy the famous boxer one then? If he's not
Because
even
he's
as
only
good
22 and he was in Love Island and all that stuff. Huey's like, it must be about 30,
as. Oh, okay.
and he's definitely a top 10. I think he's a light heavyweight in boxer.
Fucking never heard his name in my life. That's crazy.
Yeah, Huey Fury. Yeah, he's good.
Huey Fury.
I actually quite like
care
watching him.
nothing about it.
Nah.
I did keep up. No time.
Too busy watching kid shows these days.
Mate,
What's
Bluey.
What's his
Bluey.
favourite?
I was just about to say
Coco
what's the,
Melon.
No,
what's the
Cocomelon
go-to
can fuck off.
what's the go-to kids thing now?
I don't know, but Bluey in my house.
What's Bluey?
Right, yeah.
Oh, it's so good. It's like a.
It's so good.
It's so good, man. I've
sitting there eating Cheerios every morning,
I love
excited to get up.
6 o'clock in the morning.
It's
Or
Bluey's
you
time.
will watch Bluey with me.
it. Disney Plus.
Shout out, get Disney Plus.
Aye, well.
What is it like? What's Bluey?
Yeah. Explain to us
It's
what
like-
Bluey is.
A family of dogs, cartoon, 2 sisters, and they just do like imaginary things with their parents.
Stab in the dark. Are they blue?
One of them's blue.
Is that the one that it's
Bluey
mainly
is
about?
called Blue.
Fucking mad.
Bluey. It's called Blue. Bluey is blue.
Mm. What are the rest of them?
And is she the main character, Bluey?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
Tell me something. Explain
forgot
something.
Yeah,
sister,
explain
no.
the premise of what happens, or do they
Tell
just...
me, give me an example of a story. Is it kind of like the Magic Bus situation, where the kids are like pretending they're in the fucking?
No, do you know what? Actually, there's one episode that I watched.
I've got
No,
it on
but-
repeat.
No, it's actually good. It's good.
I've got it downloaded.
I do.
I watch on my break
Yeah,
at
watch it
work.
on his piece break.
I love the theme song.
Come
But
on,
no,
explain an episode to me. I want to know what Bluey is. You haven't
it's
explained
it's
nothing.
like it teaches kids lessons. Like
Yeah,
people.
obviously they all
no,
do that.
but not all of them. Peppa Pig doesn't. She's a total boot. Mate, telling you, if you ever
Pig
have
is a
Peppa-
dickhead, by
if
the
you
way.
ever
You're
have
absolutely
kids-
right.
do not let them watch Peppa
Nah.
Pig. She's an argumentative evil cow.
She's actually
She
a pig,
bullies
but-
her brother. George is the only one that cries in it. Oh, wait a minute, it was because Peppa. She's been a total cunt. I don't know who writes. I honestly,
She
I don't,
is. My cousin
She
used to
is.
watch it, and she's a dickhead.
I,
eh?
honestly, I don't know
She's
who
a
writes
dickhead.
their lines are. But
I think the actor just goes off
Can't.
script sometimes. It's just like,
Oh, man.
shut up, George, you're getting bang, bruv.
Oh fuck, mate! She savaged them, man.
Just projects his inner emotions into the cartoon.
She got her.
Shut up, mummy pig!
Shut up, daddy, you fat oaf.
She's a total boot to her family, man.
Shit, she's a wee dickhead.
But that doesn't come on in my house.
But that's not Bluey. Fuck Pepper.
Nah,
let's
Bluey's
get
good.
back on it. Bluey.
No,
No,
I
but
just,
when you say Bluey, right, that reminds me of Blue's Clues.
That's what I was
No.
thinking of the dog.
Yeah,
the
the
dog.
the
Yeah,
blue
because that
dog
was
that solves.
sick.
Yeah.
When he used to jump into the
not
artwork.
anymore. It's not.
Pinnacle of TV.
Not
Yeah.
anymore. It's not. Shite.
Is it really?
Shite.
Does
It's
he
still on, actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've seen it.
It's
Yeah,
terrible.
I've seen one episode, maybe last year or something. But yeah, it's shite.
It's shite.
It was pretty bad. Not that I was going out my way to watch it. I was obviously child-minded and we were watching it. I wasn't watching it in my spare time, as I don't have a child.
Child-minded.
Well, I've got brothers.
All right. So you do.
Yeah, but they're a bit old to be child-minded, isn't it?
Yeah, I got brothers that are older than me.
Yeah, but they have kids.
I got this.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
My
Well,
brother
one
has
of them
two now
does.
as well, actually.
One of them does.
My brother has another child now too.
Do they?
A little baby Brody.
Nice.
He's
Congratulations.
got Rory and Brody.
How old are
Is
they?
it Rory too?
Yeah,
Mama.
Rory's like about 3, somewhere around that ballpark. Yeah, it's like this. They're close to the same age.
Oh, they
But,
might be going to school together.
But
Rory's
he's
what, a
and
playground.
Brody was only born like a few days ago.
Oh, nice.
few
man.
days ago.
Yeah, a
Congratulations.
few days ago. Yeah,
Congrats to your brother.
yeah,
That's close.
Have fun.
yeah. It's sick.
I'll be joining the fun train.
He'll be asking you when it's happening soon, isn't it?
Hmm?
He'll be asking you when you're joining
Yeah,
the club.
I know.
Almost 30, man.
Nah,
Yeah,
listen. I'm
me and
almost
Sam.
29. Fuck off.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I'm still 28.
I said to Sam she's almost 31.
31.
How old are you?
28.
How old are you?
28.
So are you.
Yeah, I was just yeah.
You're 28.
Because
too.
I was remembering you were born like 95.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was just like, wait a minute, did I just lose a year? But no, it's fine. I'm almost coming up on 29.
September, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that I'm that close. To
Yeah, it's
being
scary,
30.
isn't it? It's weird.
Yeah, I have things that like go like something starts hurting, and I'm like, why does this hurt? What's going on? I'm fucking youthful and sprightly, and then I'm like, wait a minute.
I'm just
Actually.
ignorant to my own body. Mate,
You're
legit. I
ignorant.
had this conversation on the way to the cinema. I'd be one of those people that would go in the hospital and the doctor looks at me going, how are you still standing? I'm like, I don't fucking know.
My body,
Well,
my,
that
body
can.
my body's in bits.
Why?
Gotta pay the bills.
Because you're fucking dying. I'm like, man, I've got no idea what you're talking about. I feel fine.
Cool, is that everything? I need to be back for my shift at
Okay.
3.
Oh my
Just
days.
ignorant. Just don't pay attention to myself.
Yeah, it's easy to do though when you don't have
Oh.
enough time to actually like. It requires time to look after yourself
Yeah.
properly, and sometimes you just don't have it.
It's caffeine.
Especially when, like, say, when you've got bairns and stuff like that. Yeah,
Running around after kids and that, you don't get the time to switch off. So
yeah. And when you do have the time, you're like, I just want to sleep.
yeah,
Yeah, I just want to nap.
no doubt. Not that we know.
Do you know what? I don't even think about it, so I just do it. So I don't even really have a proper answer for you
That's
guys.
that's mostly the male attitude, though, isn't it? The male just gets on with things.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, guys just
get
like
done.
they just deal with stuff and just move forward.
Yeah,
Stuff
there's
happen.
not much of a choice. Like you just kind of have to go.
Yeah, that's majority of men, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas women are like predominantly they'll think and overthink stuff,
Mm.
and they'll have to think everything out and be ready for the next day.
Yeah.
Whereas the guy, he won't even sit down and think about Rory's packed lunch or that the next day. You know,
No,
she'll
that sounds bad. I should do that. but-
she'll plan
I
that
should
out
do
for
that.
the
Yeah.
next week. You know what I mean? So they
Yeah, that's
sit
something
there
as a
and think
parent
about
out
that.
in the morning. Oh fuck, you need to eat something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're guys.
Back on
That's
the
how
wheel.
guys think. But women, they're so far ahead. So it'd probably be better asking Sam these questions. How much
Yeah.
it's changed you? Because I bet you she'd be able to tell us how much it's changed you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she'll be way more observant
Probably.
about what's been going on with your
Yeah.
behaviour, your child, and that. Yeah.
That would make
Well,
more
I
sense.
can.
She'd be a more interesting guest.
Mm-hmm.
more than likely.
Give her a call.
She's fucking.
I'm also joking.
He's all hurt now, eh?
It's my first time.
She's working. No.
At the moment.
But nah, it's interesting actually.
That's a funny thing. That though, actually, that's how you're saying that. Like she's gonna be more focused on you. You've not really noticed that. It'll be funny. I
Maybe.
bet that is actually the case. I bet.
Well, I would imagine
I
so,
bet you
'cause most
she'll
women
see,
do
she'll
that,
have seen a
man.
big change in you. She'd be able to call it if you asked for it. But
Most
you
women
don't
do,
notice
and
it yourself. It's funny.
Yeah, and they hate the fact that.
Do you think
hate
Sam's
the fact that we
changed?
can't do that?
Have you
I was
not-
the way to ask
Yeah,
that question, but at the
yeah.
same time, I was thinking to myself, if I was in that situation, I don't think I would notice if my wife had changed, unless it was dramatic. You know what I mean? Like,
That's the
unless
thing,
it was
because
a
you're
big
saying,
change.
because like as a guy, you just kind of do it. You don't
Just
notice
deal
those
with the
things. Whereas
day-to-day
women
stuff.
pick up more on that. You know what I mean? More
And
observant
say,
in things.
say if your wife, and you're in case your wife is feeling a certain way one day, we'll just think it's that day. You know, we won't think after we go to sleep and we wake up the next day, it's a new day. Everything's done from that last day before, but she'll continue things forward into days, into weeks, and stuff like that.
Yeah, mate.
So it's hard.
In general,
I don't
because
even notice.
I think not all the time. Not all the time. It's like, you know what I mean. I don't just wake up new day. I'm like new day. You know what I mean? Like there's
I am.
things
Most of
that
the
can
time I
last
am,
for days
yeah.
or weeks
I
at a
am.
time. Like
I'm not. I wouldn't lie.
But
I'm
obviously,
definitely not.
obviously if it's a larger thing, but I'm on about like just everyday, everyday stuff that annoys you.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? If I'm at work and a waiter's done something stupid, I'll go to sleep and wake up the
Yeah,
next day and
yeah,
it's gone.
general,
Whereas
yeah.
they'll take that into the next day, and that's
Yeah,
just
like I
a
say,
really bad
it depends
example,
what it is,
maybe,
yeah,
but
yeah,
not for like severe,
yeah.
intense things like finding out if he comes home stinking of perfume or something, not like that. You know what I mean? But
No,
for
I
little
don't-
things,
I
I think that's
yeah.
how women are different to men.
pick
What's
up
she
on
pro-
shitloads more.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
do pick up on things
fuck
though.
all,
You
man.
should ask her. You should ask her. Just like-
Have you noticed the
No.
change in Sam?
yeah.
But
No.
I'll ask you anyway. Have you? See,
Not really, no.
but she probably will
No.
tell you.
It's
that
just, she just holds a child a little bit more often.
No, it's just.
she is she more caring. Any of these stuff?
I think she is. Yeah, no, I would say she's more caring. Not because I haven't noticed she's caring. It's because
You might just be used to it now. But
Yeah.
see, the thing is,
I don't know.
she'll
It's
be able
weird.
to tell it. She would be able to tell us. That's the
Mhm.
difference between men and women, in my
Sure.
opinion. They notice these things. And
You have more opportunities now to see her doing more kind-hearted things because you're
Yeah,
doing, so
see,
you'll
'cause I
see it
never
because
had that.
because
Yeah, of
there's there's another thing in there for her to be kind-hearted towards.
Yeah.
So there's more opportunity for you to see her behaving that way. So that's probably why you notice it more. Like
and
see,
she's just
see
doing
the,
something.
see the good in somebody because you're like, oh look at how like well she's
She's doing something
treating
for.
well, so and so and so on and forth.
She's doing stuff
So
for
on and
something
forth.
that can do nothing for itself. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
Like the child can do nothing for itself. It needs, and she's the one that's there most of the time. You know what
But
I mean?
even like what you said, she's got something there now to, like, say, be proud of, and
Mhm.
I see that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if it was just us two, she's not going to come in when I've done the dishes and she's clapping. Oh, I'm so proud of you. You know what I mean? She's not going to come into that.
No.
But like the other day, she texted me. Rory went to use like the big toilet. Texted me a
Nice.
photo in her hand, and before he went to use the potty, she was all proud
You see her
and
all proud
clapping.
of it, yeah. And so
she's
she'll
not
be
going
like,
to do
yeah,
like
'cause that's
burst-
on her. You know,
Yeah.
and that's on her and you to a certain extent. Like
That's good.
that's a good thing to be proud of.
Nah, it's nice.
But you never, obviously,
Yeah.
like you said, you don't see that if you don't
Yeah.
have a child.
Yeah.
She's not going to be clapping at me if I'm sitting taking a shite. But she's going to for Rory because she's
She
proud
might
of him
do,
for-
man.
Yeah,
You might
well.
have been. You might do.
Just
you might
babe,
deserve
I've
it.
shit myself again.
Yeah,
You're gonna
just-
have to change
You
me.
know what I mean?
A thrown position. Wipe.
Your legs akimbo, man. Your missus wiping your ass.
Oh. That's interesting. I thought that would be interesting to hear her reply if you asked. If like she thinks you've massively changed as a person, how she thinks you've differed now. Because I bet she'd have an answer.
Probably.
Bet she would.
I just think in general, women notice these type of changes and they pick up on these differences.
Yeah,
a lot
emotional and like sort of
quicker.
changes in
I
behaviour.
think,
They are. They just are.
Yeah.
Like this. Yeah, they're built that way to notice emotional state change more.
I
than-
think if you asked Brandon that question today, he would probably say the exact same as me. So I don't fucking know. I don't know.
Yeah.
He might just be like, I can. I just go
Obviously
and
not
do
for
it."
every man. Every guy.
Every
could
guy might be
different.
different. Yeah.
Yeah,
of
but
course.
I was just talking maybe in majority or in general terms that it could be women pick up on these differences a lot better because I know from my own experience that previous girlfriends, they always ask for like it's just stuff like that. They always notice stuff like emotional stuff more. They'll do little things for you all the time, whereas you don't notice that a lot of the time.
They notice
As
when
in
you're
well.
sad quicker than vice versa. Like they'll notice like emotional changes in you, and like they'll pick up on that a little bit quicker than what you'll do. to
Yeah.
them, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
She-
sometimes
she
like it's the
notices when I
message.
want-
It's
I'm
the
more
way
like,
they
is that like I'm saying? Is that what you're meaning? Is that
Yeah.
what you're trying to say?
No, not really. What I'm trying to say is like, I don't know.
You don't know.
No, I do. I do know what I'm trying to think of, but the words are getting muddled up in my head. Like, if you've got like, for example, let me try and think of a good example. Women, like, they just notice stuff a lot more, and they pick up on details more, and they expect little things. You like, if they say to you, if they're not okay, right, and you ask them, "I'm not. Are you okay?" And they go, "No, I'm fine." You go, "All right, okay." You know, whereas if you were to go, "Yeah, I'm fine," they would then keep going and keep digging and
are
keep
you
digging.
sure because you've been quiet, or are you this? Well, yeah, they'd keep asking.
Yeah, they do all these things. Like, they notice these little things extra, whereas men, like, your wife can say to you, "No, I'm fine." You'll just accept that as, "Oh, yeah, she's all right."
That's like
So there must just be something else.
That's just the difference in men and women, though. You know
Well,
I
that's
mean?
what that's my
yeah.
entire point.
Yeah, well then I agree. I agree.
It
with
just
your
took me a
point.
long time to get there, and I got them all muddled up in my head, man. But that is why I would think that there's a big difference there. She would probably be able to tell us
Yeah,
if you've had a big change. Or not.
men are more thing orientated, and women are more people orientated. So you notice like things, and
I would agree with
you know what
that.
I mean. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Science.
But
Science.
men like enjoy doing things like engineering more predominantly, and women do like nursing and stuff like that because it's people oriented, thing oriented. That's why. That's why traditional gender roles work out that way they are, because that's how things are.
How dare you?
I said traditional, my guy.
Nah,
Don't cancel
not-
me.
I'm not,
He's
not
playing
going
the
down that road.
game.
I'm not going down that road. I'm a fuck. No chance.
I threw the word traditional and then thought you were a son.
Yeah, I like that.
You're my first rodeo chef.
It's mine.
Oh, you're doing fine. Doing fine.
Keep wanting a vape, but I don't want to appear.
Like Darth Vader in the corner.
Lovely. I'm actually going to get a drink.
Get a drink.
Oh well, you're left with me to monologue for a couple of
Of
minutes.
what?
So one day,
At the bank.
I was walking down the street. I saw a man. Not a large man,
Where'd you get your fridge from, Steve?
but not a small man. Oh, okay.
That fridge I got I bought it from a Weatherspoons for
I
20
need
quid.
What?
Yeah,
20 quid?
That's a belt of a fridge as well.
Mate, do you know how much they cost?
Yeah.
They're 400.
Aye?
Yeah. I've been looking for one for mine. And the cheapest one that I've seen that looks semi-decent without the Jaeger on the front is 160. With a lock.
With a lock.
I'll sell you it for 200.
You've just told me it costs 20. But you try to upsell me. Like,
Inflation, man.
four-
It's been a few years, like.
piss right off. When did you get that?
9 years ago.
9 years ago.
Inflation easy
I
brings
went-
that up to that price.
I've been a chef for 8 years, yeah.
I wonder if
I
you can
worked
go
at
into
Weatherspoons.
spoons and just be here. Can I buy a fridge?
Well, what was happening
Maybe
is they
a
were getting rid of
£30.
it. They were getting rid of the fridge, and they were just going to chuck it. And I was like, "I'll take it." And they're like, "You can't just take it." And I was like, "Well, I'll put money in the charity for it." So I did that. I put money in the charity for it.
I would. Yeah, we're fine.
You would have chucked in a couple 20p's, man.
Yeah,
Donation.
for charity. This is going to a good home, mate. You're charting
Nah,
me.
man, I'm not ripping the charity off 20 quid. Just, getting a nice fridge for 20 quid. It's
Well, they
fine.
were at a bin, the fucker.
Exactly.
You're basically a charity. Well, not
Yeah.
really, but you're taking the fridge.
I'll take it the way
You're
you meant it.
gifting it to
Thanks.
somebody who needs it. Why'd you put it in the bin?
I didn't. So,
No,
yeah,
but that-
I know.
I'm not
I
with them.
couldn't
Why
believe
the
they
fuck
were-
would
I
they put
couldn't
it
believe
in
they were throwing it out. That's why I took
Mhm.
it, because it was perfectly fine. It's actually a freezer.
In
and
all
I've turned
fairness,
it down
as
to a
far as the
fridge.
charity is concerned, what's the 20 quid gonna have got them?
Nothing.
If you hadn't given them it, you know what I
executive
mean?
champagne on arrival
Yeah,
for
no,
the
I mean-
fancy hotels that are spunk.
Yeah, very true.
Pure 20% goes to actual helping their charity, 80% goes to lining their gold arse in fancy hotel rooms.
See, you heard it here first.
Yeah, it was the Weatherspoons.
20% you said?
I think
So
it's-
£4 of your £20 actually went
I'm
to
just
them, and
taking
the
a
rest
stab
went
at
to-
this. Like
this
this is undetermined.
97% of percentages are made up
But
on the
I can,
spot. One
but
of
I
them
can
ones.
if you give the guy. Have you ever seen Afterlife?
No, I haven't. Wait,
Yeah, I have, but
Mate.
what is it?
Afterlife's the Ricky Gervais one.
Yeah.
I've watched a couple episodes, but I've not watched
I've
the
seen
whole
He
season one and
describes
two.
it perfectly when he's on about
Go on.
I can't fucking remember.
Oh, come
Oh,
on,
you
mate. You've
can't
set me
do
up like
that
that and
to
you're
us
not going
now.
to quote it.
Well, I can't remember.
Right.
Mate, I can't remember what I had for tea.
Oh, well.
And it was
Well, give
today.
us a rough attempt. Well, you had some hot wings, I'll tell you that much.
No, I had hot. Oh, Domino's.
What was it? What was the quote? What was it anything to do with?
Hey,
So I'll Google it for you. I'll look it up.
Ricky Gervais's quote on...
Ricky Gervais. So we just put Afterlife Charity.
Oh, right, okay.
What is
Charity
it?
scene.
He's on
Yeah,
about,
okay.
we all know you're getting paid.
Oh, yeah, I've seen
That
this.
kind of thing. He's like, you're not.
Oh, here we go.
Aye, that
I'll
one.
put it on the mic, right?
Children? Sorry, no. Don't care about children in poverty then? Not at the moment. I've got bigger problems. Do bigger problems exist than the desperate poverty of a child? Sorry, I thought me saying I was busy was enough. What's the guilt tripping? And don't give me this altruism shit. You're not a volunteer. Everyone knows you're getting paid. You don't give a fuck about the charity or poverty-stricken kids. You want money. I'd effectively be paying your wages, you wiry little twat.
There you go.
Ricky Gervais is funny.
He's
though.
fucking
He's
awesome.
really
He's,
funny.
he's sick. He is pretty
Black or white? Nothing else.
sick. I did not know what was happening there. I was like,
he's black or white. There's no in
oh,
between. It's
I
either-
thought you were asking me a question.
No,
You said
he's
black
black-
or white, and I went,
No.
I froze, man. I
No,
just
man.
froze. Black what?
No.
Black or white what?
That's no. He's black or white. There's nothing in between.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
no
like
grey
he says
area.
it as
It's
it is.
literally, there you go.
The answer's
If you like
both,
it, you like
yeah.
it. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah, Ricky Gervais. Yeah, you either
Or
get him
else
or
you
you
wouldn't
don't.
say that stuff.
Yeah, his
You
thing
get
at
'em
the
or you
Golden
don't.
Globes
That's
is
it.
one of the best things I've ever
Oh
seen.
man,
Yeah.
it's your savage.
Unbelievable.
It's tip top comedy, man. Like top
Yeah,
tier.
yeah, it's
So good.
fantastic.
I've been like mates with Jeffrey Epstein and shit.
Yeah,
Didn't give a
yeah,
fuck.
Some of
Yeah,
the
he
comments were
just
savage.
said.
I like the fact that when
Tom
you
Hanks'
could, when you
Facebook.
looked at it, you could tell who were the people you should like and who you shouldn't, because some of the people
We're
it
in
was either
hysterics.
pissing themselves laughing or they looked furious. And it was see everyone that looked angry. I was like, I don't trust you anymore.
It
yeah,
was
it's
what?
something. Yeah,
It was that. Oh, it's the boy's brother. No, the boy's dad, who's an actor. Is it Conan? No, not Conan.
Conan.
Conan was a talk show host.
Ronan.
Yeah.
No, that's. Oh, I can't remember what the fucking name is, but he said it, and he turned to him. He's on about. He's a journalist, but his dad's an actor. I
don't know
can't
who
remember
that
what
Oh,
his
I
name
have
is.
no
man.
idea.
No,
Yeah, I
I
have
don't
no
know.
idea.
I can't remember.
You will look it up.
I might look it up.
was. Anyway, he
Jamie, pull that one up for us.
yeah,
he was really good in the Golden Globes. I thought they were going to get him back this year again, but
I don't think they would. Not after that.
they did
Not
twice. They did it
Well,
again,
after
man.
that, did they have a bit?
Yeah,
I
he's
never
done it
watched it
twice,
after that
man.
one. I assumed they were just going to punt him, so I never even
I,
bothered.
I watched it on YouTube, but he did it twice.
That's
Ronan-
wild.
Ronan Farrow. He's an American journalist.
I know who you're on
And
about.
his-
Yeah, because he threatened them. He was like,
and
"You're
his-
all
he's
scared
a
of
son-
Ronan Farrow."
He's the son of Woody Allen. That was who.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and his face just was like nothing. He's like, Ronan Farrow's after you. And he's like, fucking. Reporting.
it was either-
Harvey Weinstein.
The
That's
people
it.
were either in hysterics, angry,
or they looked.
or like some of the women were like so shocked they were almost laughing as well.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that, those are there was
You could
those
see
two.
people hiding laughs because they wanted to look PC, sort of thing.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. And you could know you're right. You could tell the ones you couldn't trust.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
Tom
definitely.
Hanks. Well, I'm not
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, he was really one that thingied me. Saying the way he
His
reacted to it, I
face.
was like, oh my god. I was like, that was convinced me you're a bit dodgy.
Yeah, I don't want him
Yeah.
to be, but it's
I don't
sad.
really
want
don't want him to
either,
be, but
man.
you've
He's been first,
like there's enough stories that you hear,
He's
and
been
then also
Woody,
the way
man.
he,
Fuck
Woody.
Forrest Gump.
Well,
He's been
nah.
Woody, man.
Woody is probably.
Come on.
Woody.
You've done loads of stuff, Tom Hanks.
Yeah, he
man.
has.
Done
Yeah,
loads of
he's
stuff.
had a
Saving Private
phenomenal
Ryan.
career.
Oh, mate, that's a fucking
It's
phenomenal
such a good
film.
man.
Run, Forrest.
Yeah,
That's a good
man.
film, too, to be honest.
Ridiculous.
I thought it was actually based on true story. Turns out, wasn't.
I thought it is.
No.
Forrest Gump, no.
Are you
No,
100%
total-
sure?
Yeah, just made up.
I'll
Oh,
pull
no,
it
so
up.
No,
I'm
no,
sure it
no,
is.
no Bubba Shrimp.
No Bubba Shrimp, no nothing. That never happened.
That's crazy. I always thought that was based on a true story as
Like
well.
Bubba Gump Shrimp.
Yeah, Bubba Gump Shrimp.
No.
Shrimp cocktail, popcorn shrimp, shrimp
I
on
wanna
a
go
steak.
home.
and potatoes.
You get shot in the ass.
Right, no, it's totally made up.
It's made
Is
up.
it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally made up.
Oh,
Fictional
savage.
story. Yeah.
Because the boy that do you know see him when he was on what's it called? Oh, is it Graham Norton? He was on about
I don't know.
I can't remember what his name is.
Graham Norton.
Yeah, he
How
was on
old
that.
are you, man?
No, fuck. This was like maybe a good while ago.
Damn, you old man.
Yeah, he was
Graham
fucking older
Norton.
than me.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not going on about Graham Norton.
He's still going.
Graham Norton. Don't know why I'm saying it like that either.
It's because we're trying to say like
Graham Norton.
I'm looking up
say it like Forrest.
Tom Hanks films here. He's got some bloody good ones, man.
Of course he does. It's Tom Hanks, man.
Sully's good.
Yeah,
The guy that landed the plane in Hudson River.
yeah, that
That's
one was
perfect
really
damage.
good. Yeah, The Terminal
it?
was good.
I only know that
Terminal's
because of
fucking
Brooklyn
amazing.
Nine-Nine.
The Terminal's really good. Big. Do you
That's
remember Big?
shite.
Nah, do you remember watching Big in high school?
Yeah, but
What's
it's
that
terrible.
about?
Big's about the
Coin machine. It's like a fortune teller,
yeah,
and he wants to be.
And he
big.
wishes to be older.
Yeah, and he
he
wakes
gets the
up-
job and everything, yeah, that's a good film.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Tom Hanks has done some good stuff.
Catch
so
Me
I,
If You Can.
I hope he's
great
not a big weirdo.
Never seen Catch Me If You Can with Leonardo DiCaprio and
Is that the
one where he's a forger.
the boy
He's
from
forging the money.
Zombieland? No, that's no,
Leonardo
no,
DiCaprio
no,
is the
no.
one that does Revenge.
Yeah.
He does Inception.
Yeah, I know, but I wonder about the boy.
Catch Me If You Can's the one where Tom Hanks is the agent trying to catch Leonardo DiCaprio who's forging money and pretending to be a pilot.
Fuck, I've not
Oh
seen that.
yeah,
You
no,
should
that
watch
is-
Catch Me If You
that's-
Can.
That's
though,
on a
it's
true
fucking
story.
sick. That is a true
That's
story.
a true story.
Yeah.
The guy, I'll not ruin it, but the
Yeah.
guy, it's a good story. You should watch it.
Leonardo
I need to give that a
DiCaprio
watch,
is
yeah.
the main.
It's 2002 that came out.
Yeah, he's the main actor. of it.
Yeah, and he's amazing in it
He's
as
good.
well.
He goes in to get like a fake suit and that,
Yeah,
and dresses up like one
he totally fakes like being a pilot in different
Yeah.
airlines as well.
just to get free.
He was getting paid and everything, man. He was getting the salary,
Aye.
his checks banked off. And
I
was
don't know
just
how
doing
he
it all
took a
forgery.
name. I don't think I know where he got a name from. I don't know the insides of it.
He's in loads of films, same Mr. Banks. Nice. But that was one of the ones that I would be sad about if he was a paedophile.
Yeah, me too.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
I'd be
you
sad
know,
if anybody was
the
a
case for it's
paedophile.
pretty strong and it's unfortunate.
Yeah, man. I'd be
Seen
sad
it-
if any of them were
I've seen the
paedophiles.
list.
I've seen many a
The
list,
flight
but
logs.
I've seen
don't
many
know
a
how
list.
many. I don't know how many of them are true.
Yeah,
But
it's probably a lot of
fucking-
shit. Like social media is just they just add their own fucking names to
There was yeah, they do.
They
Mikel
do.
Arteta was on it, the Arsenal manager.
it. I don't even know who that is. But okay.
Scouting for players for the youth
What
team.
the fuck, man? Oh.
Oh no, man! Seeing if he could play the
Fuck me.
field.
Oh, shit.
You know,
You're still now. Stop! I have a child.
Come up, we were on a bit earlier when stuff hits a wee bit at home, and you're like,
what I
that.
was on it, mate.
See anything to do with paedophilia, it just pisses
Yeah.
me off.
Yeah,
Of course,
Fuck,
especially,
yeah.
especially.
I never really bothered. You'd flick past it and go, that's pretty sad.
yeah,
But you can have nothing to relate to.
I
and
think
like,
it's
"Ah,
more
fuck
just
you."
because the extent of it nowadays as well, because after the whole Epstein thing, it just became clear how like prevalent it
Oh,
was
so
and how like
fucked up people
terrifying
are.
the scenario is. Yeah, how
Mate,
fucking
it's
like
so
expansive it is.
people like kids going missing just randomly. It's fucking mad.
Something like
all
just
the time.
going missing off a street is just
140,000 a
madness.
year in
It's
America.
fucking mad.
That's
Go
mental.
missing. Yeah, 140,000 children a year missing,
Someone's child just
and they don't turn up
Goes.
anywhere. So it's like, where the fuck are these kids? Like, and that's a worrying scenario. It's
That's
fucking
terrible.
savage.
no that
It's
genuinely
savage.
that's a terrible. It's even like the stat that there's unbelievable. That's mental.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I read that. That's wild. Unaccounted for too. How'd you unaccount for that?
I can't even like imagine the how the parent would feel knowing that their kid is on the street playing on a bike or something.
Boom, gone.
Car comes past. You see the car in the street. You're doing your dishes. You look up. Your kid's gone,
I watched something on Netflix about that.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
and
So
you
there's
never see
certain-
them again. That's how it would. Fuck, man.
Yeah,
Certain stuff,
savage.
you just literally said one of the episodes. It was
Oh, did I?
literally like,
Oh yeah.
do you know you get the high rises in New York, and there's like a wee park in the middle where like all the high rises come down. And
Yeah.
It's like a
Uh-huh.
community within like
Yeah.
half a square mile or something. Just this kid vanished into thin air. I can't remember what it's called, but I watched it about a year and a half ago. It just disappeared
It is mad, eh?
No, it's mental.
without a trace. Nobody seen or heard nothing. And the place was jumping.
The world is messed up, and it's infuriating because only as you get older, your eyes become opened to how much more stuff is messed up, and how messed up it is, and you realize how fucking savage all of it is.
And how powerless you are to do.
Yeah,
anything
yeah,
about it,
exactly.
man.
Yeah,
And
how
that's the worst part.
powerful the people that are doing it are. You know
That's
what
the
I mean?
worst
And how-
part because we're all in ourselves in our own lives feel like we're in control every
Yeah.
day.
The problem is we're in a scenario now where it's. I'm not saying it's for the first time, like it hasn't been the case before, but we're in a scenario now where like there doesn't appear to really be any rules for like the upper power, if you know what I mean. Like especially when it comes to government, for example,
they
like
do what the
they
fuck
can
they
do.
want.
They
Yeah,
could, like they will
literally-
do blatantly illegal
Yeah.
things in your face, and everyone goes, "Here, that was illegal.
They'll make it
we need to
unillegal
do
the next
something
day
to you,"
after.
or they just go, "Well, sorry."
We'll pay this
And that's
fine.
it.
Fuck you.
We'll pay a big fine that'll just go back to us
Big fine.
anyway.
Yeah, and you go, but you can't do that because that's illegal. That means you have to step down. And they go,
Nah.
but we're busy, so
Yeah.
and that's it. And it's wild. So we're at a point where it's like, there's not actually really any rules. Like there's only
Yeah.
rules for us. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's incredibly savage.
Yeah, but they go.
And then
oh,
that on top of that, it's just there's so much. It's just wild.
yeah, but
it's
they
a
go like,
crazy
oh, what you
time to
got
be
to do?
alive.
Protest about it. Oh no, wait, we're going to make that illegal too.
Yeah,
So we'll just throw
yeah.
you in the fucking jail and take everything that you own because you're now owing us money because I'll go and fine you, and then you've got nothing.
Yeah.
Well, because people are. I don't go protesting. There's no point here. I'll just be the only guy walking down the street. But
That's the thing with Scotland,
big-
right? The place is so.
France just destroy their own country when they don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll fucking
Nah.
destroy that place.
Nah, man. I'll give it up to the French.
Too
Fair
right, I
play
will.
to them. That is exactly what they
Fuck
should
aye.
be
Yeah,
doing.
they do. They've done what
They
we
don't
have to be
stand
done,
for it, and they're doing the right thing.
I'm
I'm
not
not
putting-
saying burn down people's shops.
No,
And
that's
do
pretty
stuff
bad,
like
but-
that. You don't need to be burning down
Right,
people's
make
shops,
sure it's
but,
all insured and then fire on.
but
The
defend.
insurance companies that are going to be paying out are owned by the people that they're trying to get back at anyway. So fucking right, make sure the shop's insured up to hell and set that bitch on fire.
Damn, son.
Yeah, get your fucking insurance payout.
But we're not telling anybody
No,
to do
no,
that.
I'm not fucking.
We're not telling anybody to do that.
I'm not.
I wouldn't say.
I'm
set
just
any
saying it
buildings.
worked for the French.
Yeah, the French did it. Yeah, historically, what they do is great.
Yeah, well. Yeah, but well,
But I'm
historically, they were known as being a little bit cowardly.
But I'm
Complete
saying
role reversal now.
Oh, man.
They've- yeah,
it's
they've
class
flipped the
that they're
script
stepping
now.
back, man. They should be pushing back on that because it's not right.
It is the only-
and we are the highest taxed country in Europe.
I think
Britain.
France cut
That's
down
mad.
80% of the speed cameras.
We've got the least people.
France just know, like I say, they know that the only thing, unfortunately, in this day that works is just outright violence on that end.
Mm-hmm.
And they know the only way to stop it is like, well, we don't want to do
What
that.
happens when
Well,
the government just rocks up with assault rifles?
That's what they've started doing. But then France are kind of on the cusp of realizing, like, even if they rock up with weapons and that, like, there is simply too many. Like, if everybody goes, it
There's
doesn't matter.
millions of
It
them.
doesn't matter if there's 150,000 police officers with guns. If there's fucking like 6 or 7 million French people, like, they win that hands down, and they don't even try and fight that battle. You know what I mean? And that's how you get control. Have you seen what happened in? Is it Denmark? No, is it not Denmark? With the tractors?
Yeah.
Is it Denmark?
It was some Scandinavian country. No, not Scandinavian.
It's
but
basically what
Netherlands.
it's done is they were trying to basically cut 30% of farmland production or something like that from Denmark, and they rely heavily on it. It's like their greatest export, and
So
they
they do with
basically turned around
fertilisers.
and just went no, and all the farmers then set up a political party and ran for power and won by like a massive majority. So now the farmers are basically running the country, and they're just like, we're keeping farming. That's what we need to, you know. So
now
the,
the farmers run
the people
Denmark.
turned around and they went, we're going to do this, and they went, fuck it, no you're not, actually we're going to run for control, right, we've got control, haha, fuck you, no we're not doing that. And that's
But the
all that's all
problem-
people need to do. Like,
Yeah, but the problem in Scotland is controlled by Westminster, man. It's controlled by London. There's more people in London than there is in the rest of the country. Whatever you
Yeah,
vote for is
yeah.
controlled by London.
yeah,
so if
it
London
is.
don't agree with
Yeah.
it,
We
So
are
we
in a,
can't
we are
do
in a,
that.
we are in a big issue
That's the
scenario that
problem.
it doesn't matter. Even if the entirety of Scotland voted for the same thing, it still wouldn't
Scotland
influence
could do
heavily.
that if they were independent.
Yeah,
Yeah, but there's a lot of shit to
it's
come
a
out
it's a
independent,
difficult start. Yeah, TC
Yeah,
to
of
become
course
I mean,
there
you
is.
think, you think
Yeah, of course there is.
it's a
But there's-
rough 10 years to begin with.
Yeah, of course there is.
Oh,
but there's
man.
never. It's never going to be a clean ride through the storm.
Yeah.
You've got to ride the
and
waves,
we're not
man.
exactly in a good time right now either.
No, and the thing is, other countries have proven that you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Just follow the lead, man. Be brave enough to take the first step.
I-
Yeah, work harder for the next 10 to 15 years, but you're building a better future for the ones that come after.
But in a position for me that I think like nobody knows at this point how long the world's actually even going to last with everything that's going on. It's like you might as well give it a crack for the opportunity that could.
Well, I also think if you want to have a say in what goes on in the country, the only step forward for me is independence, because no matter what we say now, it doesn't matter because London just outrules it because there's more
Yeah,
numbers
it gets
there.
overshadowed by the size of England.
If you
and
want
the
to if you wanted
population.
Scotland to go forward and be green,
Mhm.
and if they were independent, we could make that step, because we, as a collective, could come and do it and have an effect on each
Yeah.
area, whereas down there's too many people in London for us to have an effect. That's my view on it anyway, but
What would
It's
they do
hard.
with
I
all the
don't-
military though?
that
Well,
there
it's
is
already in two
complications.
parts.
There
No,
is
it's already in two
complications in it,
parts.
That's
but
probably
these things
one
are
of
for...
the biggest fucking complications. We'd
I
have
don't-
none.
How?
I don't know how. Well, they're all British soldiers.
Yeah, but
But
obviously...
Britain's no here now, so
Yeah, they'd have to work out how that would.
Scotland would turn it to nothing or sell it.
I'm
or
sure
they would
anybody
just-
of...
I don't know how that would work.
No, neither do I, but I'm sure
Yeah, I
anyone
don't-
of
someone
Scottish
will ken,
nationality,
but-
someone of Scottish nationality will just take over in Scotland. Like from the army, British army, no doubt that anyone who's Scottish who wants to join the Scottish army
Mhm.
will be able to.
Yeah,
'Cause
but
there's
your
no-
passport
there's no
says
need for
British
us-
or something like
Yeah,
that.
but
So you mean like-
that'll all change. Like you said, there's
The people that are in the British army that live in Scotland, they would then get the opportunity to stay in the army, but they would be in the Scottish army instead.
Maybe if they've been based,
Not unless they're
because
contracted
they
to
could
the
be
British.
based in Scotland. They could be from Scotland and based in England. You know what I mean, and vice versa. There could be English people
Yeah, so
based
what
in
would you
Scotland.
give them the option?
Or just
You can
nationality. You could join the army of your nationality.
Yes, that's what I mean. Yeah, so if you're
So if
from
English,
Scotland,
and you're living in
Yeah.
England, you could go back and join the Scottish army, and there wouldn't be any conflict there because you're not saying we don't want to be friends or allies with England. You just want to be your own country. You just want to be independent, but you still want to be allies. You know, you just don't want to be part of Great Britain. We obviously still want to be friends with England. We don't want to go to war with England. We just want to be separate and have our own ideas going forward and how we make things better. That's all independence really is making our own decisions, and being the driver. You know what I mean? Because otherwise, right now you're just the passengers letting England steer. And so far,
My
it hasn't
problem is
went
I
well
don't-
for us.
I don't think I know like the economics of it enough. Like
Yeah,
of like
I'm thinking.
I've not read enough into like the money making capabilities of Scotland as a country and to understand how capable we'd be on being like.
I don't see
well
why
off.
we would have a problem if smaller countries in lesser areas are able to do it. And Scotland has plenty of resources.
Which countries?
We
do you
got
mean,
more
like, do you mean
water.
like
For the likes of Denmark, Sweden, all these
Sweden,
places that they're in maybe in a poor location.
what's their export? Where does their
Well,
revenue come from?
Sweden's all about dealing with the banks, isn't it? They're all about the money. They hold everybody's money and all that. Swiss.
Yeah, so it's easy for Sweden to make a lot of money then. It's easy for them to be.
Swiss. They're talking
No.
about something totally different.
No, that was. Was I talking about Switzerland?
Yes,
No,
Switzerland. You were talking about Sweden, you said to
Yeah,
be.
Sweden.
Yeah. They don't have the money. It's Switzerland. that
Switzerland
has the money. Sorry.
It's like the most tiniest.
Yeah. But
Well,
that's
what,
just
like,
one
like I said, but
example.
what other countries like have got
Norway.
independence? Norway. What's Norway's export? How do they make their money?
Find out. Google it for me.
Yeah, I'm very intrigued because you've got to think like we as a nation like we
We've
could
got
be.
salmon.
shouting,
I'm
like,
not
well,
saying-
what's our export value. I understand we've got oil, but is the oil not all owned by American companies anyway?
But we have.
It's totally different. It differs from
Is it not owned
rig
by
to rig.
countries from
and-
other countries anyway? None of us actually have any of it.
But a lot of
Why
it
don't
has
you
to
just
come
Google
to
what's
Scotland
Scotland's
first.
biggest export?
I think it's
Whiskey.
either
Whiskey or
whiskies and stuff.
salmon.
Whiskey.
Yeah.
It'll be whiskey, salmon, haggis, stuff like that.
England don't have a lot of exports.
What Norway's highest
to.
export 73% crude oil and natural gas.
Because a lot of it goes because they're right in the North Sea. It either goes to Sweden, Denmark.
So these
or us.
countries that are independent are all because they've got
But we have the
mass
line.
amounts of. But that's what I'm saying. I don't think Scotland actually owns any of.
Yeah,
the,
but it comes into Scotland. I'm not saying it is ours. But
yeah, but
that's
will
the
the
closest
revenue come into Scotland? Because if not, then it's irrelevant.
But some of it has to, because they're using our shores to surely.
So here we go, right?
It
Land
says
it.
oil and gas is Scotland's main export as well. To be fair,
Scotland's exports for 2019 were 87.1 billion, and the export goods were fish, confectionery, oil and gas, renewable energy, Scotch whisky, textiles, timber, and water.
what was this? Sorry, did you say that was their?
Water, do we not sell
Yeah.
a lot of that to England?
How much was it?
87.1 billion.
That was our intake
That
from.
was export from our intake from exports in 2019.
I don't think England have been that decent. They used to have cars and whatnot, but they were a pish back in the day. Fucking
So
Leyland.
the problem with that. So you said that their intake was that much, Steve.
Yeah, that's what it said. That's what I said.
It says the public sector expenditure for Scotland in 21 to 22 was estimated to be about 97.5 billion.
Mm.
That means the public sector expenditure is higher than revenue. Higher than sold goods revenues. Where does the rest of the revenue come from? I
What
don't know
years
how
was that? What
economics
years
of
was that?
countries and that works.
What years was that?
21 to 22.
I don't think I'm
This
qualified
was 19.
to talk on
I'm
this.
talking about.
Still. I think.
Yeah, but remember COVID
I
and
don't,
everything.
I don't know the revenue. I know there's other money that comes from elsewhere that pays.
You got to
for things
remember
as well.
COVID, and that was 2000.
Because that's just
21,
revenue. That's not including
21,
everybody's
22.
taxes. How much everyone paying taxes? I'm having a different train of thought here. That's too much to be googling into right now. But I'm going to look into that.
Yeah,
later.
your years were COVID years. Remember?
Yeah.
So there wasn't
Yeah, but I'm thinking it's a different because
wasn't any
obviously like
exports
that's
and
not
stuff
taking
like
into
that.
consideration people's taxes that they pay, like which
Yeah.
obviously the country like there's a lot of other things the country makes money off of. But
I just think, do you not want to make your own choices and be able to?
I do, but how much control do you actually think you'll have personally when even if
I
we were
don't need to
independent?
have control myself. I would just like to think that your vote matters. Like for the fact that the whole country, right?
And how much
the
more do you
whole
think
country
your
of
vote
Scotland-
will matter?
Didn't
Well,
want
listen, if
Brexit
the whole
either.
country of Scotland votes one way
Yeah,
and the whole of London votes one way, you
Right.
still
Fucked.
lose. And that's not even counting any of
Yeah.
England and the rest of England.
How many's in England?
You know what I mean?
but then the problem is, what if we get independent Scotland, right? And obviously SNP party would have to disband into different parties because it wouldn't be.
yeah,
a
well,
nationalist party
this
anymore.
stuff happens.
But
yeah.
then, what if this happens, and then the party that gets voted in Scotland isn't the party that we like, and then we end up in kind of like a miniature.
But you
version
go
of the same
through
issue?
these stages until you find the right way. It's not going to be, like I said, it's not going to be easy. And no, Nicola Sturgeon
Yeah.
might be the one to get us over the line and not take us forward. But she'll get us. She could have got us over the line. I
She
thought.
shite bagged it and bounced.
Yeah, she did because of the abuse she was getting. And
Because her
she-
fucking-
it
Because
might
her
be right.
husband's trying to ransack.
Yeah,
yeah,
it
she's
might be
fucking
right.
Thieving bastard.
Because she's unfortunately.
I don't
just like the
honestly
rest of them.
think. I just think
Scumbag.
that us in Scotland personally don't have any say.
Yeah, no, do you know what?
I just don't.
I 100%
And I
agree.
think if we did become independent,
Yeah.
our say would become a lot more important.
I 100%. I get what you're saying. Like, I totally agree with the premise that like if we are independent, then the general consensus of what Scotland wants will be what we get, which obviously isn't the case now. And I'm 100% on board with that, and that's fair. It's just the issue of like you've got to then entrust that whoever's then given power when we get.
But you do that now
there
anyway.
is good.
You
Yeah,
do
I
that
know, but
now
that's-
anyway, but it's not you that chooses.
No,
You
no,
don't even choose.
But that's
them.
what I'm saying. But that's what you've got to understand. That I'm saying, Steve, like, is that I'm not saying I disagree. Like I say, I agree with the idea that in general we'll have more ability, but that still doesn't mean that at the end of it, the party that is in charge ultimately making the decisions is the one you want to have there.
No.
I know that it's more likely that the general consensus will want something better, but it does run the risk that it doesn't actually end up in any more capable hands, and we don't end up in any better situation.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
but
mean? It all depends who's
You're
given
in
that
that.
power.
Like I say, you're in that situation now anyway.
And in a country like that, it's a lot of power, and it's
Why
going to
do
be
you tr- why
easy
do
for
you
someone
trust-
to become corrupt with that. And
Why
then-
would you rather trust the English?
No, I don't. That's what I'm
politicians
saying.
over the Scottish
I don't
politicians?
trust
I'd rather
the-
not trust either of them. To
Yeah,
be
that's what I
honest.
say. Yeah,
But-
that's my issue. I don't think any of them are capable. I don't think any of them deserve that level of trust. I don't personally think that anybody Scottish is going to do any better a job.
But do you think continuing the way trodden
No,
along the way?
I
of
think
doing-
because I hate the Tories so much, I would I just want them out of the picture somehow. And if that's the way to do it, then so be it.
But there'll be Scottish Tories, man.
100%.
There would
But
be. Like I'm saying, it's just that you would deal with the same hierarchy. It would just be you would actually be able to affect who's in charge.
this is what I'm saying. I just it's the like you say, it's we'll have more control as a country for the general idea of what the country wants, but like as an individual person, I don't think we'll have any much more control on. Like you won't really have much more control on deciding who's ultimately making the decisions, and you do run the risk of it still being someone as fucked up.
Well, if you were become independent, there wouldn't be a royal family, any of these things.
No, but there's still going to be fucking money hungry, horrible bastards.
well,
you
yeah,
know
of
what I mean?
course,
There's
there's
still
going to
be
You can't just.
Tory-esque people that
But
are
you
gonna
can't
be
just
there.
not take that risk because of that, because that's everywhere.
No,
There's people
you
like
have
that
to
now.
apply it to being one of the disadvantages, and it has to be weighed up.
But
It
that
has to be
happens
weighed
now
up as a
anyway.
potential issue.
That
Yeah.
happens now anyway, though.
Mhm.
All that stuff already happens, so it would just be, it would be the same stuff. You can. There's no point in not taking that risk, just because you're scared of that stuff happening
But
when it already happens.
This is exactly what I'm saying. I don't know the economics of us as a country enough to
yeah.
gauge if I think it is a risk, because depending on our capability for making money, it could be worse. But I don't actually know the economics to make that judgment. Like, I don't actually know what the money making ability is. It's something I'm probably going to have a look at, because I did be intrigued to know that. But I'm all with it in the sense of, like I say, I do agree with that. Like, as a country, you see it happens every single time. We do vote almost like not unanimously, but we do vote like massively in favour in the same way, and it never goes that way. You know what I mean? So it would be nice to feel like you have that control and to know that everything that because we're a proud nation. Like, I'm proud to be Scottish, and it would be nice to know that everything we produce, we have the ultimate control of where it's going. So for that sake, I'm 100% on board. You know what I mean? I just, like, sometimes when I think about it, like you say, there does have to be a need to weigh up the options of, like, there is very, very negative potentials off the back of it. It could get considerably worse. Like, if it doesn't work out as planned, we could end up a fucking worse off than we are now.
Yeah, I'll go on another topic about Brexit and that. Like, I'm not saying, I'm not even saying I'm talking as if I'm a big independence guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even that big of an independence guy, but
to be fair, half of me is just playing devil's advocate, to be honest, mate.
I'm not even that big of, and I've never really thought that much into it. But
yeah.
Think about it now: if they were to become independent, there's the chance of going back into the EU and receiving all the trade there and everything that it provides.
Do you think we're very high on the EU's list, though? Do you think they'd have us back that quick?
I don't see any reason why they wouldn't accept Scotland back.
Is it not a long process, though?
I think it is
It would be a long process.
I don't think
it would still be a better process for trade. Your goods would be cheaper.
But
again.
I don't think we would have a massive amount of value.
Would be cheaper again.
Our trade wouldn't be very like.
But our trade's renewable energy, water to a lot of the planet comes from Scotland.
They'll stick it in bottles and fucking sell it for about 40 quid.
Like I say, it's something I'd like to look into, because it would be nice to do this. But because it's like you say, for something like the EU for their trading, if we come into them and they are like, yeah, we do want you to be in part in trades for us. It's not like everyone has the same deals. Like, if they come in and they're like, yeah, we want to trade you, but the stuff you've got's not really that's big a deal to us, so we're not going to give you that good a rate for it. And then if we go, well, no, they'll go, well, we're not bothered then. But then if we say, yeah,
that's the risk you run. You know
but
what
you're saying, the scenario that we're in then, Steve, is after that is we put ourselves, if we get back into the EU, then we're in straight back into the position that we were in. Westminster left because they didn't want to be controlled by Brussels. So now we left, so we're not controlled by Westminster. We join the EU, and then we're just controlled by Brussels.
That there is obviously the run to risk of doing that, but there's going to be a hierarchy in trade at some point.
For me, if it's independent Scotland, it has to be independent Scotland.
But you're going to want to trade with people.
Yeah, but you don't have to be part of the EU and that to trade with them. You just make your own trade deals with them.
You can do it.
And then because we're Scotland and independent countries, we could make decent trade deals. But I think if it's independent, like if we're playing the card of I don't want to be controlled, we need to be not controlled by anyone then. You know what I mean? And that's the way I see it. If it's no one's controlling us, it has to be no one is controlling us.
Yeah, fair.
Do you understand? Do you know what I mean?
That's
the way I feel about it. It has to be an all or nothing scenario.
Yeah.
But P.S. shout out, fucking hate Westminster. Like, I really do. Like, I really detest them. And that for that reason, I would like independent, because I just don't feel like it's unfortunate, because no matter what you do, there's going to be money hungry bastards that are going to try and that are going to become corrupt with power.
You know what I mean? No,
and it's annoying, but it isn't. It would be nice to know that I can at least narrow down the control somewhat.
The only thing that takes down the rich bastards is a zombie apocalypse.
Guns do it too.
Well, then that just creates more rich bastards after that, though. The only thing...
Not if you burn all the money.
The only thing that brings them down is a zombie apocalypse. Yeah. Some form of apocalypse.
I think about that all
I've been watching a lot of The Walking Dead. That's why I'm talking about it.
I think about them all the time, about what you would do if you were in one.
Have you watched all The Walking Dead?
Nah, do you know what? I watched maybe
Dale,
4 to 5 seasons when it first came out, and then haven't watched them since season 5 came out, and I've never watched any of the rest of them again or gone back. And me and her talked about like going back and restarting from the beginning, and
Disney
like
Plus.
actually watching it all over again. Eh? Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's
all
on
that what
Disney
it's on?
Plus. Well,
Ooh,
I think there's 11.
Plus too.
I think there's 11 seasons on Disney Plus, but I think there's
that'll last a while.
There's 13 seasons. Well, I watched it all.
24 episodes a season as well.
There's like 10, there's 16, there's 20.
Okay, sweet.
I watched 11 seasons in 3 weeks.
Mate, that's fucking savage.
Yeah.
That's like 12-hour stints.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Stephen don't play no games.
I was watching a lot, man.
To be fair, when I broke my hand, I watched The Sons of Anarchy in about fucking 4 days.
I wasn't injured.
Oh, yeah.
I've been working a lot too. I've been just AFK, like gone.
Yeah.
I've been either working or watching Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And that's why I've not been doing anything.
A pill on the head half it too.
Nah, just watch it. You can't really do that when there's. You know what I mean?
It's a pause button.
Yeah.
Or are you that hooked
Listen,
on
mate,
it? It's like
You're just not trying hard
This is
enough.
not worth a chug. Like,
Just watching
watch
it.
it.
It's been so good. I've been so into it. And like now, even when I went to like drop off Jake in the car, I was looking round. I was waiting on him. I was looking round and I was like,
What would I do if one just ran out? of
yeah,
that
I was
bush?
like, these houses would be no good, man. I was looking at Karis's house. I was like, that little wall, man. The zombie just falls over that top heavy, but just falls over the wall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? His legs
Right.
would be hitting that wall and just falling over. That's not stopping.
But the problem
nothing.
is, Steve, before you go, because there's a big thing that you need to fucking
just move on.
differentiate here, right? What kind of
What?
zombies are we talking?
Walkers. We're talking Walking
So
Dead.
we're
walkers.
talking Walking Dead zombies, right?
Yeah, we're
cool.
talking
Yeah,
Walking Dead
okay.
zombies.
Okay, game.
That's zombies.
The
to
Mongol
me.
one.
The
'Cause
ones
if-
from
'cause if
like
we're
I
talking
Am
like-
Legend.
Yeah,
they're
if we're
not
talking
zombies.
I'm Legend,
They're mutants.
I'm finishing myself off. I'm shooting myself
Yeah.
in the head. I'm not.
They're
just not-
mutants, man. I would call them mutants, not zombies.
Mass
True.
suicide.
Because they just.
But even like,
mutate.
is it 28 days later? Is that
Oh
the
no,
one
they
where
do
sprint
die.
like
They
fuck
do
as
die,
well?
and then yeah, it's
in the
meant to be
sunlight.
zombies.
Yeah,
I would more say they're mutants though.
yeah,
They don't look like zombies. Zombies to me are
Yeah.
slow walkers.
yeah. Like flesh all
Yeah.
ripping off and like bleeding. Yeah. I get.
that's
you,
why I
get
see it
you.
as a zombie. So I would go, yeah. Have you got? Let's go for. Have you watched The Walking Dead first, Dale?
Yeah.
How much?
I don't know. Season. End of season 6, I think.
There's quite a lot.
I
When
got
Rick
bored as shit, and then
was Rick still in it?
yeah. But I watched the one when Rick wasn't in it. I just skipped the fucking. I don't know. I think it's season 9, no 10. Was it 10? He just disappears.
No, it disappears in 8.
Oh well, fuck knows. It was Daryl then. Maybe it was 9.
Daryl's good, man. Daryl's all the way up in the living still.
Was he?
Yeah. I'm almost finished. I've got like 6 episodes left.
They was dragging
Of
the fucking
season
arse
11.
out of it.
Yeah, they were, but
They were like,
I
mate,
kinda-
all they done for like 2-3 episodes in one season.
need to see
just
the end
go
now,
around
though.
speaking. It's like, that's just shit.
I need to see the end now though. Yeah, I got to that point,
Well,
season
fuck,
9,
I'm not watching
10,
this.
11, and I was like,
I've
I
watched it
just
again.
need to get to
Is
the
it
end of this
finished?
now.
Is
Yeah,
there a
it's-
final
it's
season?
final. It's over. So that's why
Was
I
it not
wanna-
fucking awful though?
No, I've not heard it was that bad.
Oh, okay.
I've not heard too much groans about it. But my problem with it, like, it is easily one of the best TV shows ever made.
I thought me and Lewis
Easily.
watched the first episode when he's stuck in the tank, and we were watching that thinking it was a film. I was like, "What the fuck's this?" And then it just cut when he's under the tank, and the guy it was
Glenn.
Glenn. Glenn says, "Fucking yeah, you
Hey,
in the tank."
dumbass!
Yeah, you in the tank,
You need some help?
and then it cut off. I'm like, "Lewis, is this a fucking series?" And he's like, "I think so." He was watching it like 2010 or some shit.
It's amazing.
I was like, "What? We need to watch this again." But my dad, I don't think we ever did watch it again.
I honestly think it's one of the best TV shows ever. Like, when you go from like season 1 all the way up to season 8, they stand up. Like, really
Yeah.
good. Even all the way up to the Whisperers part. The bit after it, it feels rushed because main characters leave and they don't end their story. So the story
Just
left
don't come
open.
back.
It's just, well, I don't know. I've not seen the end yet. I'm wait. If there's still 2 seasons I've left to watch, but I'm almost finished season 11. But I never heard anything about anybody coming back or anything, so I don't think they come back. But the story's just left open, and like up to like season 10, 9, 10, 11, they just start introducing random characters, and like
Dragging that arse out.
no, but they just they don't drag the arse out it. They introduce random characters, give you no time at all. Don't really introduce you to them that much, and then they're making out these big scenes as if they've been in it since the start, and they've only been in it. You've watched them on screen for about half an hour, and then they're dying and they're crying at their sister, and that it's meant to be a big scene, but it really doesn't mean anything to you or to the show because they've been in it for 30 seconds. You know what I mean? And it happened a lot, just refilling characters, feeding them out because people had to keep dying, obviously, because it's an apocalypse.
Yeah.
So they just feed in new characters. People keep randomly dying. There was like a really bad guy, and he was only there for like 4 episodes. Where there was guys like the governor who were there for 2 seasons, or guys like the Negan who's there the whole time. You know,
5.
yeah. So at the end, they just started to feed through stuff to kind of get over the line. It seemed,
Yeah.
which is a shame because that the first 8 is so good. Like, I still now think about what I would do if the apocalypse happens.
Yeah, I think about it all the time.
Yeah.
Like how you'd handle zombie apocalypse.
Mm-hmm. I've came to the conclusion I'd be dead pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah. my ego doesn't like to admit it, but I don't think I'd be one of those people that lasted till the end. Do you know what I mean? Like, still going.
Your ego wouldn't let you be taken by somebody else. You would date yourself.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, nobody's fucking me up.
Yeah,
Like,
you'd be like, nah, fuck this shit. This is
yeah, if
no
I feel
worth
like
it.
I was getting
Fucking
backed in a
wow.
corner and way to die, like I'm chewing the end of
I
the barrel.
panic now, right? Because I don't have a plan. I'm panicking right now because I say if there's zombie
Join the
apocalypse happens
Americans,
right
man.
now,
They've
what's
got
going to happen?
Bunkers and about enough ammunition to fucking.
I don't got nothing.
See, it's all
blast.
depending on how deep we are into it. Like, as in we're talking, if you're at home and you wake up and all of a sudden you look on the internet and everybody's posting photos and there's zombies are like in the streets.
Posting photos.
Yeah, yeah, like people have locked
Selfie
them,
with a
like,
zombie.
locked themselves in the video and they've posted down on Instagram like, holy shit, like onto their story like there's zombies running around the
See,
foot
I
to
think
lock myself. At
A
that
lot
point,
of people think
there's no
that's
point in
fake.
being like, oh well, I'm going to go to such and such
No.
and get this because you can't leave your house because they're out.
Nah, I think people.
So that's different from, or if it comes on the news, there's been an outbreak in such and such a town and there's been a zombie like thingy, like everyone stay indoors until they can get it. Like that's the one when you go, right, okay,
I'm
I
getting
have time.
prepared.
Yeah, I've got shit I can be doing, you know what I mean?
There's a
Yeah,
boat at the end of
'cause-
my street. I'm taking it.
I find there's as many guns as possible, mate.
I'm
Yeah.
getting a boat. I'm seeing you later.
What if the zombies magically
I bet
can
you after
swim?
COVID, nobody would
They
believe if
can't
they
swim.
Okay.
said there'd be a zombie apocalypse kicking about.
Zombies can't swim.
Yeah, but they can still be alive.
They can be alive under the water all they want, but the
Just
water.
floating towards you, hoping
But
they
the-
eventually
hoping
get
they
there.
get to
Nah,
you
nah,
and
they
it's-
sink. They just walk on the ground. And then, like,
Oh,
the
it's
water
like fucking
decays their body and that,
Dead
and it's
Man's
just
Chest.
like, eventually they just go.
They just wither away into
Yeah.
just, yeah.
No, it's
okay.
not Dead Man's Chest. What is it called again? Curse of the Black Pearl. When they're all
Oh.
walking in the seabed.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, that's in that. They're
Yeah.
dead.
They're dead.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Just be dense bones. Just
So that would be better, I think. Plenty of supplies of food, water. As long as you need, all you need is like,
a tap.
no, the problem, no, because you just filter the water and stuff, and you boil it, but collect it.
It's Caris.
Oh my god, that was terrifying.
Oh, fuck.
There's an absolute panic
I've
there.
just seen her pass out the window.
Talking about zombies and you show up.
Again,
Talk about the living dead.
fucking chapping on the door. Are you working?
Yeah, we're talking about how we'd handle zombie apocalypse.
You can jump in the middle.
That's okay. I don't mind.
Just fucking driving a wall at 120. Done.
It depends what kind of zombies.
No, we talked
This-
about walkers.
We said depends what zombies and depends how far into the outbreak we're at. Like whether we're at a scenario where like they're in the streets already, so you can't really leave your house, or whether you've
But
just
at that
been
point,
in
you've
and
got to go
warned
out
that there's
anyway.
an outbreak, and you can prep for it. At what
You've
point
got
are
to
we
go out anyway. If they're in the street, you can't just sit in your house and wait for them to go away.
No.
What are you going to do? You got to go out. So you best going out and getting them early. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but well, I don't know because I feel like I've got enough supplies for it to last a good while. To be fair, you know what I mean.
Well, so
I
you're
reckon
waiting
I've
for
got
the street to empty out before you go
Yeah,
out.
I'm at least taking some time to let it thin in the herd. You know what I mean? Like maybe kill off a few people. Like I've got enough. I think I could get a couple weeks deep at least, and then I'll maybe think about leaving. Plus, my door for some reason on the front of my flat is ridiculously heavy duty. It's like a prison cell door. Like
Right.
it's
You'd
hard
be
to shut.
alright.
It's hard to open. Yeah, like I'm
You'd
saying,
be
second
cool,
floor, second floor, solid door
Right,
as
I'm
well.
fucked.
Eh? Like nobody's
I would
getting
just
up to
go
me
upstairs
in my
and
house.
break my stairs apart.
Nobody can get in this garden, so it's fine.
What? No zombies getting to your wooden
No.
fence?
Pish.
Mints. Absolute
That's
mints.
lies.
I'd go to my granddad, I think.
Yeah, I'd be all right. That's what I'm saying. If it was the first, then I would stay in my flat. If it was the latter and I had time,
The latter.
then I would.
Actually,
If I had time, I think about going to these places.
you know where I would go?
Where?
My back garden.
No, the high school.
The high school.
It's fenced off. The whole way around it's got...
Has it got the fences at the top that poke back out at them as well?
No,
Yeah.
it's just got a metal fence.
Yeah.
I've got a
But it's a
concrete
big
brick
area to
wall around
protect.
mine.
Yeah,
But you can
then
fit a lot of people in it. There's a lot of rooms.
It's
in
the
store.
condor would be somewhere to go. Like they're not getting in there.
Kitchen.
That's getting overrun, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, true. Actually, the
There's a
fence
kitchen. There's a swimming pool.
Mhm.
There's an yeah, you're right. She might be. She might get shout. I don't
At
know
the
if it
school?
does have generators.
It will do, because if there's power outage, then...
Listen, I'm sorry, but when we were in third year, we managed to get through the fence and the football pitches and stuff in high school. You don't think we'll manage again?
Yeah, that's true.
Fucking zombies aren't going to
Yeah, but we all know
We didn't. We just pushed them.
at some point, right?
Uh-huh.
It's not the walkers you worry about. It's the
Yeah,
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll start fucking
People start killing people.
stealing
Yeah,
Start
yeah.
stealing
People will be coming
stuff.
back
I
for
think
us.
I'm on like season 5 of The Walking Dead. After you said you were rewatching it, I started doing it as well.
I'm on season 11.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to start it. I'm gonna need to
Yeah,
start
same.
it.
Like,
So
totally
good.
Forgot.
How good is it?
I forgot about Terminus. That would be my biggest. That's my biggest fear. The cannibals.
Yeah.
Folk
People
turning
locking
into
you up and
cannibals.
people locking you up and trying to eat you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where the fuck's I've 10 minutes? That rings a bell for me. But
10 minutes.
oh, that was when the train yard.
That's
Yeah.
when Carol
yard, aye.
comes back with
She's-
a boost.
Yeah.
Aye. Is
Yeah.
that when they're at bent over like the trough thing and
You need to
the
watch
rag
it.
I wonder
gets
what
fucking
people taste
smashed
like.
Up.
Oh, dude, it's been freaking me out the past
Pork?
like, week.
I would go
'cause
pork.
was watching it. She
Yeah,
was
I
like,
would go more
So
beefy
she's gonna
pork
eat you?
anyway.
yeah, she was like,
I'm not. That's
yeah,
weird.
human
A lean
can't
meat,
be
a
that
real
bad.
lean
And I
meat.
was like,
It wouldn't
As
be
I
that
said,
bad.
they say with human meat, once you've eaten it, you want more of it all the time. It must be pretty fucking good then, eh? It must
Where the
have a
fuck you
nice
heard
flavour.
that?
"Rare steak."
I don't know. I thought that was just a common thing.
I
How do
didn't
you like
know
your
this.
human?
That's
Rare,
it's
medium.
to be fair, Dale, it's probably something off of a movie where they're like, "Oh, I've eaten it
Yeah.
once and I want it again." But
Yeah.
it's probably I've probably
gospel.
just taken it off of some nonsense movie and I'm being like, "Yeah, apparently."
But this is true.
But you need to.
Just ride with it, Dale. It's
I've
good.
always
I'm
said
riding with it.
the first place I'm hitting is a
I'm trying.
pharmacy.
Google it. Google it. Is human
not
meat
Googling
is
that
human meat
shit,
moreish?
Fucking
Can we all just put it in
Arbroath
there?
Hannibal. No chance.
Like the Walking Dead style.
We'd all link up
All
and
link
slaughter
up.
zombies together.
Yeah.
Squad goals and all that.
No problem.
I would just fit a fuck ton of bill bars
No
in my
problem.
car and just splatter.
As long as it. You know what? One of the first things I'd be doing, right, is I'd be taking the cars and I'd be modifying them.
Yeah.
All I'd
So
be
would I.
doing is building them to like mow
Aye.
down zombies.
Duct taping knives to the front of them.
Yeah, just like a snowplow, man.
Then you forget your servicing though. You don't want that breaking down.
Just build like metal on them, build snowplow style, like, blitzing
Yeah,
things
just
down,
like
man.
what are they called? Bill bars, like
Yeah.
massive bill
Nah, 'cause
bars.
then they get
with-
stuck. You want to be like what you said. You want to be wedge to
Yeah.
push them out the way.
Aye.
Oh.
Yeah, like a snow
There's
plant.
no point in having bill bars because they get stuck and they fuck your radiator and then it overheats.
Nah. You get the bill bars right, and then you mount just bits of tubular steel around the tubular frame. That means even if they hit it, it'll spin around and they'll just spin off it. There you go, mate.
But see, you
Sort
can do your own
problem
car.
sort.
It'd be-
Well done,
just think
fabricator. Hook us up, Dale.
Think
Get
how
it
cool it
done.
would be
Look
for
at
everyone
that.
to do their own specific style. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Sick as fuck. But the petrol is the only issue.
It'd be out Mad Max.
The
Like
petrol is
just
the issue.
diesel could run on veggie oil.
Mhm.
Just ram raid the fucking shop.
Yeah, but then we'll run out of veggie oil.
Yeah.
It's
Eventually,
easier to find than loads of petrol.
Mhm.
What, gallons of it?
Oh,
You could
aye.
get some. You could hit up hotels and that they have veggie oil sat in the drugstores.
Mate, you could even filter old ones and put it through filter paper.
Yeah.
Done.
Mhm.
That Skoda will burn anything. Probably old veggie oil unfiltered. Put it in there with the chips.
Unfiltered, imagine that.
Yeah, for the
The
chip
thing
airs
is,
and
right,
then bang. There you go.
Straight from the
The thing
deep
is,
back
we've
fryer.
got a
Straight from
squad.
the fucking back of the.
Mhm.
We've got a squad, by the way.
Yeah.
Because like
Of
I can
different-
cook and skin and do all that shit,
Mhm.
right? He can weld the shit, build shit.
Yeah.
You two.
Multiple engineers. Yeah,
Both.
yeah, multiple engineers.
Yeah,
Only thing we
multiple.
need is somebody who's good with medicine. Which is my,
Sam's medication train.
which my,
I
mo-
work
my
in a
mother is.
hospital.
My
I can't
mother is
steal a lot
nurse.
of it, but
There we go.
Just gotta keep my mum alive.
yeah, okay.
Which isn't a
Keep
problem.
Ellie alive.
It's
Yeah.
happening anyway.
And Abby will get a lesson off at Ellie per day,
Aye.
so everyone knows at least one thing.
Yeah. True.
And then she'll be the first to go.
Whoa!
Hey! My mum can't
Mama, I'll protect you.
No, Ellie will be the queen.
Absolutely. Yes, you would.
The queen of the civilization, the last of us.
Does your missus not do medical stuff now? No, she's not.
Medication trained,
Yeah.
but it does not go as far as, say, she passed university for that
Oh,
kind
no.
of stuff.
Well,
no.
she'd have to learn in the situation.
Yeah,
Pressure
she would
situation.
learn. She's pretty good at that, actually.
Pressure creates diamonds. She's
Listen,
gonna,
if it can't be that early, you've
When
hurt
I need
yourself,
an arm
take some
cut off-
paracetamol, you know.
she's gonna have to do it.
Is she watching some Grey's Anatomy to Ken? She was Grey's Anatomy about 5 times, man.
I don't think it's the
Yes.
same.
It could be.
Might
Terminology's
be.
the same.
It might be now.
I don't know. I'm just giving her a wee bit of a head start here. I don't know. Chicago Med and all that.
I think that's the only thing we're lacking. We got shooters.
Yeah.
We got shooters. Guys can shoot.
I can shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like farmers' children, yeah, as well. It definitely
shoot.
shows. Yeah.
I got better than Caris at the clay pigeon. I'm more. One is more than 0.
Yeah, we were
more.
ahead by miles.
I can't think people were salmon. What were
I
you
can
getting,
throw
Steve?
axes.
I got 19 out of
I
25.
got 24 out of 25.
I know you did. I tell people about
Did you
that
get
to this
24
day.
out of 25?
I actually thought you were going to get the most.
Sam.
You got 23.
Yeah.
I was just
And I had
fucking.
smaller gun. I had smaller
Bam, bam.
shotgun actually.
I had a bigger one.
Yeah, but that was for your benefit. the
Yeah, I
smaller
think it was-
shotgun.
Yeah, but
And
you
I
Your
only
arms
missed-
length. Sorry, Kevin.
I
just
only
kidding.
missed my double barrel one. It was the do because he gave me the bigger shotgun and only for the 2 double barrel ones.
I think
And I missed my first 2, and then the next 2 I got both of them.
Yeah.
So I'm blaming the instructor because he didn't let me use the big gun until my second last shot. because he didn't think I was a bit strong enough.
Might as well
But yeah,
fucking point.
He said bigger spread.
I think I just clipped it.
He did. Yeah, true.
I'm not sure.
But I think that's all. We just need someone that's good at medicine, and we got a sick squad.
It's just turned into like fantasy football.
Do you know what my
Zombie edition.
my
Damn, I
stepmom?
do this on the daily, man.
My
This is funny.
my stepmom did. I
28
think
year
she
old
did
speaking
nursing
to
at
this.
college for a bit. That could be pretty close. Like she'll know something.
Bring her in.
But anyone
we'll
with
get them
experience will
involved.
get them.
My dad's also a farmer, so when we need to set up our own community of grown fruits and vegetables, like I know I'm farmer son, but I wouldn't know how to do it exactly.
I'm not being funny,
could
but
do
I'd be going out there. That's
What?
like type of area I'd be hitting up, like out there,
Yeah, it would be. You'd be going as far out in the countryside and try and grow everything yourself.
and fence it all up.
Mm.
Go out and take like see like the Tesco's and that. Take them apart, man. Go into constructing yards, take out the diggers, take out the bulldozers, take them to where you're
You
living.
would not be the first person to think of this, so you need to probably.
No, but I'm saying I'm the first person thinking of it right now. You didn't think of it. You didn't think of it until I just told you. Go get all the tractors.
No, you
take
want
down-
the heavy machinery.
Yeah, take down the
The only
Tesco's.
thing the heavy machinery
Take
is.
all the fucking metal frames and that, put it up all round, build yourself a nice fence, and layers of fence, not just one fence. You
Yeah,
gotta
but
have
if you
one
put
fence,
yourself in one place, you're kind of humped because, well,
but you gotta have multiple stations where you can go.
like
But
state
But you
decay.
can't also. Each station can't be too big to defend with a small number. You need to be able to defend it
What
with
you need
15
is
to
you
20
need an
people.
underground part, and you need multiple fencing systems. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
not just one fencing around it. You need like multiple stages of multiple fencing with other bits, preferably that also goes uphill as it gets.
Not
stages.
only that, you need projectiles, you need catapults, you need slingshots in your defences to fire out at a horde that comes towards you, or you need catapults to fire out at
Just hide,
people.
man.
But this has got an
hiding.
intense
I'm
like.
not
be a hero.
hiding.
Like,
You
what
need
is
to be a
Steve?
hero
Are
in
you
this
just
fuck,
you just
right? No chance.
casually keeping mortars in your
Okay,
shed or
oh,
something
mortars,
that we're going to be bringing
catapults,
out the
brother.
fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Old school, go to the past, man, get a catapult.
One,
Like,
two, shit.
You could build me a catapult. What is your
Steve.
job, right? What is your job if not to engineer me a
build
catapult?
you a catapult.
Yeah, but
But
it's
it's one shot.
ammunition. Yeah. What do you want me to
Rocks,
get? You
man,
fucking
big stones.
Molotov
What
cocktails.
kills cars? You get a big rock, put it in the thing, launch it.
Yeah, but for hordes.
How many? How many are you going to
I've
get me that?
almost done it. You seen Lord of the Rings, bruv?
Oh, savage.
What are the catapults called again?
I get what you're saying, mate, but
Catapults.
then it's.
No, there's like an actual name for it.
I
The
don't
ones
know.
that, like, spin around.
Yeah, I don't know. They would
It's
drop
like
the
a
weight and the weight kicks
counterweight,
up. Yeah.
Yeah, we could build that. But yeah, we actually could, but like.
Now you're not laughing at
Well,
my idea.
we'd need a lot of supplies.
You just need rocks for that. Like, get loads of
No,
stones
but
and
building the
hangers.
catapult.
Yeah,
you
you
need a
would,
lot of
yeah.
wood.
Yeah, you would, yeah. But that's not something
That
Scotland
involves
has.
a lot of tools.
That's not something Scotland
It's
has.
the tools that would be the issue.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You go to a lumber yard or something up in the Highlands. Yeah, of course, we're so good.
Nice.
Know what I mean? You've got like it all takes time, but you not got squads on that. I'm telling you.
Eventually. Do you know what? This is very much feeling like one of those defensive games that you got on your phone where you have to build your reset. That's what
I
it'd be
love
like.
those
That
games.
that but in
Clash of
real.
Clans, man.
Yeah, clash of that, but in real life. That, but in real life.
Yeah. Well, maybe one day it'll happen.
I actually hope so. That would be
We,
make life
we actually
interesting.
only got on this topic
Every man for
because
himself.
I was saying that's the only way to take down the rich and powerful.
But it's not though, because they'll just fuck off to the rich and powerful fucking hideouts with filtration water, good toilets, and loads of food that can fucking.
They ain't getting there in time, man.
What?
They
How
ain't
the
getting
fuck?
there in
Oh yeah,
time.
they ain't get. Do you know kind where they'll ken exactly where it is.
They'll be the ones
And if you
spreading
think
out to
they're-
kill Abdi so
and
they
you're
can be
gonna
the
try
only
and
ones
rock
alone.
up there and
They'll
shut
do it
the
on
door. They'll
purpose.
just fucking blow you away, man.
Tory arseholes.
There's no chance you'll get anywhere near shit like that.
I don't think it works like that. If it's hitting as quickly as that, these people that live in the big cities not enough, man.
They
not
got
getting it.
helicopters.
Helicopters come down, bro.
Yeah, but look at the size
Yeah,
of
but
their
we
houses.
are
They
already
live
on the
in
ground.
walled houses and everything. That's
Huh?
why. Their houses have got like walls around them and big, huge, mad security doors and security guards and everything like that.
Yeah,
They're
but
not
then-
getting caught out by zombies and shit, mate.
I think they would.
Nah, I don't think so.
I think more politicians.
Well,
would
they're
get
that
caught
out
in
of touch with life. They probably could be, to be fair.
But I
then
don't
they can't
think
wipe their own fucking dick.
when
You
the
don't
shit
gonna wipe their own dick.
Probably not.
they would last for how long in their houses, man? When their food runs out,
No, they're good at lying from.
you're talking
their own laws.
a year, right? Let's say one of these rich people has enough food for a year in their house, and that's being generous.
Uh huh.
But
After
money
that
don't
year,
count for shit. Though.
yeah. After that year, what happens when you step outside that gate, and you've not had that year's experience dealing with it?
Yeah.
You end up like Eugene out of The Walking Dead. To a shite bag.
That was smart though, what he did.
Aye, total con and Abdi.
Yeah. Made himself be like.
Or used
And
his only
Cora.
weapon, didn't he? Used his only tool, his
Yeah.
brain.
Be a shite bag.
You'll find out when you watch it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He's just like hyper intelligent. He says he has the cure.
He needs to get from A to B, but everybody protects him and he turns out to be a lying prick.
Well, there you go. You just spoiled
Listen,
it.
you've got to do it. Well.
Oh,
Well, you kind of gave it away by saying it anyway.
yeah, that's only 1 point out of like a bajillion, so there
But
you
it
go.
goes on for quite a while, so.
Well.
It's a devastating point when he tells you, though. So
It's not
Yeah.
really.
it is, man. Abraham sat there for like a day and a half on his knees, nearly kills the guy for it. So funny. Yeah. Anyway, I think we'll wrap that up, guys. That was a nice pod.
Aye.
Cheers for coming round again.
Thank you, Steve.
No bother. And Dale.
It was a good chat about bringing politicians down and then about The Walking Dead.
Pretty much.
A little bit of Dale telling us about what it's like to be a dad
The
as well.
father.
And the fact that he knows nothing.
I really don't. I just get on with my shit. Pretty
I just
much.
got on my
I
shit.
just get on with my shit.
Independent woman.
I don't think about it too much. Just
Yeah,
get up
don't
and do
think
it.
about it too much going into the weekend. Anyway, we'll catch you guys in the next one. As we always say cheers at the end, so cheers guys and peace.
Cheerio.